It's time for high school football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network. The best Stark County football is heard right here all season long. Whether you're in a car, at home, or on the go, the action is live on Q92 and streaming on the Q92 Facebook page, X, and our YouTube channel. Now, let's take you live to the stadium and our broadcast team for tonight's kickoff on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here they go! Touchdown!
We welcome you live to Hartville, Ohio, and Lake Blue Streak Stadium for tonight's contest featuring the Lake Blue Streaks and the visiting North Ridgeville Rangers. Well, summer has passed. We've made it through the scrimmages. We made it through 2 days. And here we go. We're ready to kick off the 2026 high school football season. I welcome my broadcast partner, Keller. And Ryan, what do you got for us? We're looking forward to a good one tonight.
Yeah, you've got two teams that are kind of going down different paths. Lake bringing 17 lettermen back from last year. Tied to George is the one that everyone's been talking about, his production, what he did in such a limited time last year. They've got a lot of guys back. Talking to the coach from North Ridgeville, they have graduated 30 players in 2 years. So talk about rebuilding a program. They've had some guys go to some big schools. Quarterback from last year at Kent State. Trying to rebuild a program after losing that many guys and, big parts of your program, it's tough for him. But we should be in for a good game. Both teams, week one, you never know what you're going to get. You can go through all the practices and 2 days and all that stuff. But, until you get out here on Friday, that's when you really see what your team's made out of.
You mentioned the rebuild they had a year ago, 10-2 for this North Ridgeville team. Wins over North Opstead, North Royalton, Elyria, Avon Lake, to name a few. One blemish in the regular season came to Avon, who went on to become the state champions for the second year in a row and fell 48-0 at Highland in the playoffs. But that offense was, as you mentioned, led by Cole Miller, who accounted for over 2,300 yards all-purpose and 26 touchdowns. He's now at Kent State, like you mentioned. So for them, starting over in many ways on offense. Meanwhile, this Lake Blue Streak team started out last year 5-0. Had great expectations for the season. You mentioned the injury to Tyda George. He went down. They went on to lose 5 of the next 6 games and finish the season 6-5. Tonight should be a good one. North Ridgeville and Lake, both playoff programs a year ago. We are going to head to break, and when we return, we will take a trip around the county as we hear about our various games going on tonight on the Q92 Sports Radio Network. This is the RG Dre pregame show. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
Hey sports fans, if you love local sports as much as we do, make sure to head over to Q92radiosports.com. Think of us as your home for local sports news, from high school to college all the way to the pros. We have area scores, local weather updates, and a quick and easy way to reach out and contact us. Best of all, it's the place to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union football games all season long. The home for Q92 Sports is Q92radiosports.com.
This is head coach Dan DeGeorge from the Lake Blue Streaks. You're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Blue Streaks Stadium. The Lake Blue Streaks and the North Ridgeville Rangers getting ready to kick it off here tonight. And you are listening on the Q92 Sports Radio Network. And if you hop on over to Q92radiosports.com, we are really excited to debut some cool upgrades to our website. And Keller, I know you've been working behind the scenes. What are some cool things they got for us?
Christian from our Q92 Sports Department, give him and Lauren and our web developers all the credit. It's pretty awesome what we got going on. It'll keep live stats for you. It'll keep track of the score, position on the field. We're using artificial intelligence to take our voice and create what you see on our webpage. So really, really go check it out. It's cool. The rosters are there, real-time stats and updated throughout the entire game. So Q92radiosports.com. It's an awesome website. You got to go check it out.
Well, you mentioned the website. There were 7 games on the Q92 Sports Radio Network tonight. We're going to take a trip around the county as we get a preview of all the games on the Q92 Sports Radio Network.
Here they go. Touchdown.
Christian Bigglesworth here for Q92 Sports, live in Canal Fulton, Ohio, where tonight, Week 1, the Alliance Aviators are on the road to take on the Northwest Indians. Both teams have winning records and qualified for the playoffs last year, and both teams would love to repeat that performance in 2026. Aviators coach Goodman has a lot to replace on the offensive side of the ball, with graduation taking his starting quarterback, tailback, and many linemen. And Coach DeMarco would like the Indians to continue their winning ways, as they have made the playoffs every year since he's taken over as head coach. A Week 1 matchup between the EBC and the Pac-7 on AM 1310 WDPN and AM 1310's Facebook and the Q92 YouTube channel. From Northwest High School, I'm Christian Bigglesworth for Q92 Sports.
Week 1 of the Ohio high school football season is here, and I am live from Wakefield Stadium in Perry for tonight's game, the Battle of 13th Street, as the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders travel the short distance to take on the Perry Panthers. The Crusaders are looking to improve after finishing 1-9 last season. Head coach trucker Jeff Lindesmith is returning 25 lettermen from last year. Inexperience, which haunted the Crusaders last year, this year it will not be the case. For the Panthers, they are looking to get better than their 5-5 record last season under head coach Spencer Leno. Perry is looking to build and continue to get better as they climb to the top of the Federal League. Catch all the action live on the Q92 Sports YouTube page. For Q92 Sports, this is Mike Voorhees.
The Massillon Tigers host the Tarblooders of Cleveland Glenville to start the 2026 regular season. Tigers aren't rebuilding, they're reloading with everything short of drones and smart bombs. Nate Moore's team boasts talent all over the field and from all over Northeast Ohio, led by Hoban transfer and recent Oregon commit Brayton Feaster. His running back skills are eclipsed only by his linebacking skills. The Tigers fell to Glenville 33-27 in last year's opener, turning the ball over twice, being outgained 365-311 and losing the time of possession battle by over 8 minutes. Ted Ginn Sr.'s team is always a threat to go all the way. Can they handle the Tigers again? We'll find out tonight. From Paul Brown Tiger Stadium in Massillon, I'm Clint Scroggs for Q92 Sports.
Good evening, everyone. Matt Caroli here, and high school football is back as the Q92 Sports Network kicks off our 10th anniversary season with 7 games on the first Friday night of the year. One of them sees the start of a new era at Glen Oak as Matt Dennison takes over as the Golden Eagles head coach after spending 5 seasons at Canton South that saw him win nearly 40 games, 2 Pac-7 titles, and taking the Wildcats to the state semis in Division 4 in 2023. His first order of business is to head down south to take on the Dover Crimson Tornadoes as they're coming off a 4-6 record in 2025. One of those wins coming at Glen Oak in Week 1. Stark meets Tusk tonight, and you can hear all the action on Q92 Radio's YouTube channel at 7 o'clock. Live from Crater Stadium in Dover, Matt Caroli, the Q92 Sports Network.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Week 1 of the 2026 Ohio High School football season. I'm Jay Wilhelm with Q92 Sports. I'm here live at Memorial Stadium here in North Canton as the Hoover Vikings open their season at home against Akron Buchtel. The Griffins finished 4-6 last season and are primed to have a better year this season. The Vikings come in off a 9-3 campaign from last year, finishing 4-2 in the Federal League. They defeated this Buchtel team 30-0 to open the season last year. So Coach Brian Baum and his team are looking to repeat that this year as well. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. and you can tune in at Q92radiosports.com or on the Q92 YouTube channel. I'm Jay Wilhelm, live from North Canton, Q92 Sports.
Tonight at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, the Canton McKinley Bulldogs will take on the Raiders of Warren Harding. A couple of old All-American Conference rivals get together at the stadium. Bulldogs went 9-3 last year. Harding a disappointing 3-6 under head coach Matt Richardson in his third year. They are trying to get back to playing Warren Harding football. Last year they scored about 18 points a game, but they gave up nearly 21 per contest. Renzi Parnell in his second year with the Pups, they win against Warren last year 43-25. They want to make a deeper run of the playoffs here in 2026. It's Warren Harding and Canton McKinley. Q92sportsradio.com from Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. I'm Sam Berkman.
Here they go. Touchdown.
Tired of rising gas prices and the cost of vehicle maintenance? Let SARTA do the driving for you. Whether you're heading to work, school, shopping, or a doctor's appointment, SARTA offers safe, reliable, and affordable transportation throughout Stark County. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride while we handle the road. Plus, with convenient routes and easy trip planning, getting where you need to go has never been easier. Ride smart, ride SARTA. Visit SARTAonline.com and get moving today.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
This is head coach Dan DeGeorge from the Lake Blue Streaks. You're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Hartville, as we get closer and closer to the opening kickoff of the 2026 high school football season. Tonight, the Lake Blue Streaks, they welcome this North Ridgeville Ranger team that was 10-2 a year ago. And Ryan, you caught up with the head coach's pregame. You mentioned they were replacing lots of offense, replacing lots of guys, 30 guys over 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I think I heard him even in a preseason talk that like 50, 60 guys in the last 4 seasons, something like that, 3 seasons. Whatever it is, it's a lot of guys that they're replacing. They're young, they're inexperienced. How do you prepare, and what did Coach talk about? How do you get ready for a game like this with guys that haven't got a lot of snaps?
I mean, at this point, you're focusing on the little things. You just don't want to create mental mistakes. You don't want to beat yourself. Like you mentioned, you've got guys who haven't been out on the field a ton, seen a lot of playing time in the last couple years. The nerves are going to be there. I asked this question about, week one, how are your nerves and what's the message to the team? He's like, just go out and play football. These guys have been playing football their whole life. This is just their chance to show what they can do. And as long as you can once you make that first hit, the nerves are gone. You don't have to worry about any nerves because it's gone once that first hit happens. And after that, it's just playing football. And he's a great coach. Obviously, he went 9-1 last year or 10-1 last year. And, he's obviously going to have his team ready to play.
Yeah, for sure. It starts under center, breaking in a new quarterback tonight, senior Braden Harrison. He is a senior, but he's only played a handful of games. He's only made, I think, 3 career passes. When you play behind a guy like Cole Miller, who, like I said, 2,300.
Yeah, he's behind the Shields over at Kent State.
For sure. Yep. We'll take a break here. We will listen in live as the Lake Blue Streak band performs. We'll listen for a second. listening live on the Q92 Sports Radio Network. This is the RG Drag pregame show. RG Drag, learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag. We thank all of our wonderful sponsors, including the Sarshone Auto Group. This is Q92 Sports Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Rodney Newtrunder with Home Appliance Company in Massillon, Ohio. For 3 generations, our family has had the privilege of serving families throughout our community. And because of your support, we're honored to be voted among the top 3 in the 2026 Community Choice Awards. That recognition means the world to us because it comes from our neighbors. If you're shopping for a new appliance, replacing one that's worn out, or simply looking for honest advice, we'd love to help. Stop by Home Appliance Company in Massillon, Ohio, and see why local families have trusted us for generations.
And that's the end of the first half. The score, your financial stress 50, your wallet 0, and your checking account requesting some second half adjustments.
Great teams make adjustments and come back stronger. If you're in need of a new financial partner, it's time to make a change too. At CSE Federal Credit Union, we're here to help you win with your finances. Whether you're working on paying down debt, building savings, or planning for what's ahead, our team's ready to help you make your next play. Kick off your financial future at CSE Federal Credit Union and work with a team that delivers banking that means more.
This is head coach Dan DeGeorge from the Lake Blue Streaks. You're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Blue Streak Stadium. We get closer and closer to kickoff here tonight. We got a chance to catch up with Lake head coach Dan DeGeorge prior to today's game. Let's take a listen to that right now.
All right, I'm here with the head coach of the Lake Blue Streaks, Coach Dan DeGeorge. Coach, after weeks of camp hitting your own guys, it's finally week 1. What's the identity you need to see from your team and establish right out of the gate here in the first quarter?
Yeah, we just have to play with passion, man, play for each other. We're facing a really good North Ridgeville team. They're very well coached. It's going to be a big test for us. Defensively, we got to rally to the ball and tackle. And offensively, we got to be smart with the ball but score touchdowns. So big test for us, but hopefully our kids are ready to go.
And when you look at the matchups on paper, what's the biggest keys for tonight? And do you feel your group, what do they need to control to come away with the win tonight?
Yeah, we have to win the line of scrimmage. Defensively, like I mentioned, we really have to tackle well, not give up the big play. And offensively, we have to sustain blocks, go to the whistle, give our skill guys some rooms to run a little bit and open up some creases.
And then opening up right away, week 1 brings unexpected energy, adrenaline, usually some early mistakes. What have you stressed to your team about managing those emotions at the start of the game and then focusing through the ebbs and flows of the first quarter?
No, absolutely, right? Week 1's week 1 for everybody, right? That's why you practice, why you have 2-a-days. There's going to be some mistakes, but the key is not to continue to make those same mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. Make sure next time you get an opportunity, you make the most of it and go from there.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Best of luck tonight.
Absolutely. Appreciate you. Thanks, man. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Keller. Thank you, Coach DeGeorge, for taking the time to talk with us pregame. We mentioned for North Ridgeville breaking in a new quarterback. Same thing's true for this Lake offense. They got a new quarterback, junior Wyatt Jones, 6 foot 195, number 7. And he'll be taking his first real snaps under center. Played a little bit last season, JV guy a season ago. But this offense centers around and runs through number 12, Ty DeGeorge. Mr. Do-It-All, we'll see him probably start at slot. We'll see him behind center. We'll see him at tailback. And by the way, he's also the safety. He'll return punts and he'll return kicks. A season ago, we mentioned he got hurt, played less than 5 games, 10 touchdowns in that less than 5 games. He did it receiving, he did it rushing. He took an interception, return for a touchdown. He took 2 punts back for a touchdown. He can do it all. Ryan, when you got a guy of that magnitude and that skill set, how do you center your offense around that guy when everyone on the field knows you're trying to get it to him?
Oh, easy, because Coach DeGeorge is smart enough, too, that he's going to make sure that Ty gets his touches, but he's also going to use him as a decoy. He's got guys on this offense. He's got a good skill position. He's got a really great offensive line coming back this year as well. So finding Ty DeGeorge with the ball, that's going to be easy. That's the easy part for him. It's using him as a distraction to open up other parts of your offense that I think is going to be fun to watch and see how they do that. He's an unbelievable player. Obviously, you're going to want the ball in his hand and get us the touches. But as you mentioned, the defense knows he's getting the ball. And if you can find a way to just use that and maybe set up a one-on-one with another skilled guy on the opposite side of the field, it's going to open up your offense even more. You talked about Junior Wyatt Jones coming in. It's going to be the starter. He knows the system. He's been playing in it. He was the JV quarterback last year. So, coming in, he knows what he's doing. It's going to be fun to watch and see how this offense and just how this team in general. I have really high expectations for this team. I talked to Coach DeGeorge, and hearing him talk about it, and he feels they're a little bit bigger, a little bit faster. And Ty's got another year in the weight room, training, getting ready for this season. And as well as I do that he wants to make up for those games he missed last year. It's going to be fun to watch him on the field tonight.
For sure. You mentioned he knows the system. One thing about Lake, my entire lifetime, I won't tell you how old I am, they've had 2 head coaches. So it's a tradition here. We call this the Durbin Bowl, by the way. Both these teams' previous head coach was a Durbin. Luke Durbin, the last coach at North Ridgeville, and actually Jeff Durbin was one of his assistants.
Fascinating.
Yep. Now I think the band will have the national anthem. We'll listen in for a minute here before coming back to the RG Drag pregame show here on the Q92 Sports Radio Network. Thank you to the Blue Streak Marching Band. It's not just opening day for the football team. The band, the cheerleaders, fans, everyone is ready to go to the 2026 football season. Mentioned we got 7 games on the Q92 Sports Radio Network. Ryan, what's a game you got your eyes on today in the county?
Clearly, Massillon-Glenville is one that I think everyone's got their eyes on. I'm also interested to see how McKinley comes out of the gates against Warren Harding. Coach Matt Richardson at Warren Harding is doing great things with that program. Renzi Parnell is coming in, and he's trying to rebuild McKinley. That's going to be a fun game tonight on our FM station.
You mentioned the 2 big ones. I'm keeping my eyes on the Glen Oak Dover one, simply from the standpoint to see Coach Dennison taking over there at Glen Oak. It's been Scott Garcia for a number of years. Interested to see how they come out the gate. And, of course, it's a team he knows awfully well after spending 22 seasons at New Philadelphia. He opens up in Dover against the Dover Tornadoes. Well, the teams are on the field. Real quick, Keller, Lake, if they're going to get the win today, what do they got to do?
I think early on in the season, it's all about minimizing the mistakes. If you can come in and not turn the ball over, not create the senseless penalties, the offsides, the false starts, those are the penalties that drive coaches nuts. And obviously, it's the first game of the year. If you've ever listened to me call a game, cramping and injuries. You want to avoid the injuries at all costs. Nights like tonight when it's warm and kind of humid during the day, it'll start to cool down in the evening. We're going to see a lot of guys cramping as well, so it's important to stay hydrated. But yeah, minimize the mistakes, the mental mistakes, and I think Lake comes out on top.
All right. We are lined up. We're set. We're ready to go. Number 9, Matthew Flesher has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Back for the Blue Streaks. Number 22, Lachlan Baker. I can't see the other numbers. At 23, Andrew Johnson. And we are just about ready to go. Clock is set to 12. The officials are all set. 22 and 23, so Baker and Johnson are back to receive for the Blue Streaks, and we will see the Lake offense take the field first. Officials got off the field, and here we go. Fletcher lines it up, steps up, and we are off. It's a squib kick. It is fallen on at the 34-yard line. That's number 33, Josh Lippy. And the Blue Streak offense will start at their own 34-yard line as we see quarterback Wyatt Jones in the Lake offense for the first time. They are led up front, Ben Brown, Landon Hoover, Carter Foudy, Gavin Constantine, and Teddy Mason across the front. We mentioned Ty DeGeorge. They got Landerman, Blosser, Mitchell, Billiter, and Scholes will be the backs, receivers, and tight ends. And junior Wyatt Jones will be under center in the pistol formation. 1st and 10. Quick pass and immediately gets it out. I think that was Cole Landerman. He gets up to the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 14. A big play there. Nice quick pass to the outside there. Got motion. And a big first down there for Lake. It'll be 1st and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Yeah, nice easy pass and catch for your first-year starter there into the flat. Nice pickup, catch after the run. That's great blocking on that outside by the receiver on that edge as well.
For sure. Get him in a rhythm early. 1st and 10. Back into the pistol. We'll see our first handoff to number 12, Ty DeGeorge. And he's got nothing going there. The outside backer for the Rangers filled in there. It'll be 2nd and 10 right at the 48-yard line.
That was number 8 who came off Bartel. Luke Bartel did a good job reading the handoff. He read his guard, cut through the open gap, and made a tackle for a gain of 1.
2nd and they're going to give him 1. So 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line. In the shotgun now is Jones. Got motion, and it's going to go not to the Oshman, it goes to the George, and he's going to be stuffed, but a flag is going to come out, and it looked like number 15 got a piece of the face mask. That's Harrison Irwin, and we're going to get our first penalty of the night. It is indeed going to be a face mask. That'll be 15 yards and a first down for the Blue Streaks.
Yeah, he got a whole handful of the face mask of the George, and this is helping out that Lake offense a little bit here. We talked about the penalties, but offense not able to run as much. They're stacking the box, and they're going to force the young quarterback to make throws. They're keying to George, and they're stacking the box, so they're playing run all the way.
Yeah, at the very least here, Lake, field position-wise, great opening drive to flip the field position after that short kickoff. And so here we go, back into the pistol formation. Got 2 guys to the right, 1 guy up top. Got motion from 31 Mitchell. And it's going to be a pass out to Landerman, falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Ranger 35-yard line.
Yeah, a little 3-yard hitch route. He came back for the ball, and it was thrown a little bit too far upfield. Landerman wasn't able to adjust to the errant pass. DeGeorge now in at quarterback for the Blue Streaks.
Yeah, we expect to see this numerous times tonight. He is the do-it-all. He was not the primary quarterback, but they have a whole package for him. He's got Landerman down here closest to us. DeGeorge is going to get a keeper off the left side. He's going to cut back to the 25 and down to the 24-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Blue Streaks. Gain of 11 there for DeGeorge on the nice cutback.
Tackle by the official. DeGeorge had more room to run, but he hit the umpire standing where the linebackers are on the defense. And that's what ended up knocking him down after the first down. But a great run. You can see how differently the defense responds when DeGeorge is at the quarterback position. And I watched, they had 0 safety. They're running 0 safety over the top for DeGeorge. Yep. They're stacking the box.
They're bringing an extra guy in. He can throw the ball. He had a passing touchdown, I believe, a season ago. So DeGeorge will stay in there at quarterback. He's got Landerman to his right. He's going to throw it. It's going to be to the right side, and it's going to be intercepted by Harrison Irwin. Pass was intended for Landerman. Irwin just stepped in front of it. It was underthrown, and it's going to be an interception.
Yeah, DeGeorge, he took a shot when he threw that ball too. He immediately had pressure in his face, throwing the fade route. If he'd have had time to step into that throw, Lanterman had the defender beat because it was underthrown and thrown towards the middle of the field. He wasn't able to get to it. Great job by the defender for North Ridgeville, getting the interception, a turnover on downs. We talk about the mistakes. You know, you get down, you're almost in the red zone, and then you know the mistake there. That's the kind of thing that you want to avoid if you want to win the game. And now we get a chance to see, you know, the new North Ridgeville offense.
For sure. Well, one thing about being a two-way player, he's got to flush it because he's back out there at safety right now. He actually didn't even come to the sideline. And we will see this Ridgeville offense, North Ridgeville led by quarterback Brandon Harrison. It was a touchback, so they'll start at the left hash on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Ranger offense. And Harrison is going to give it to the upback, number 7, Cole Allison. And the Lake defense, led by Lippy Mitchell and a whole host of other guys, were in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, great job by Mitchell. He saw the offensive guard pull, and that was his cue to fill that hole. And when he did, Ridgeville was trying to bring that wing off the right side. He read it perfectly, and a big tackle for loss of 5 in the backfield.
Yeah, we expect to hear Mitchell's name a lot. Senior 6'2", 220. He was one of the first ones back there. Harrison's going to sling it out to Allison now on kind of a swing pass. And the Lake Blue Streak defense was able to get to him. Got a gain of 4 as he gets out to the right hash. And it'll be 3rd and long now for this North Ridgeville offense.
Yeah, again, Mitchell doing a good job on that left defensive end. He shed the tackle and read that perfectly. He was right in position and did not give up the outside, forced him back in to where the rest of the Lake Blue Streaks were, and another great play for the defense.
Ridgeville's going to have 2 guys down here to the right, 1 guy up top, get a tailback. Harrison low snap, picks it up. He's going to scramble now, and he's going to get rid of it, and it's going to be complete to number 10, Jacob Stout, and it's going to be enough for a first down as that pass got to the 33-yard line where it's a Ranger first down.
Yeah, a little miscommunication for the Blue Streaks as Harrison started to step up. The linebacker had to come up and protect that as well, and it opened up a seam in the secondary. Nice play design for North Ridgeville, even though nice play execution, even though it wasn't the design.
Yeah, it looked like Talkington there had to come up to respect the scramble there, and what happened is the guy got in behind him. We got an injured Blue Streak, so we're going to have an official's timeout so that they can tend to that. He came off, it's number 31, Aaron Mitchell.
Oh, that's a big blow if Mitchell's down.
I didn't see, we'll see what's going on here. Both teams are going to huddle now, and I didn't see a signal for a timeout for either team. But
I wouldn't be surprised if this, they're giving these guys an opportunity to get some water, take a little break. It's very muggy and humid. This is first, live game action for a lot of these guys. So I like the idea of doing this and taking a little break and letting these guys get some water. They're actually calling for water for the officials, too, to get those guys a drink.
It's the FIFA water break, if you will. Both teams get a little extra time out here to catch their breath. We'll get 8:30 left to go here in the first quarter here from Blue Streak Stadium. No score. And when we come back, it will be 1st and 10 from the Ranger 33-yard line. Well, so far, Blue Streak offense aided by a couple penalties, but they got down inside the 30. Interception by the Rangers, and now Rangers on their first drive. Tackle for loss, short gain, and then a broken play on 3rd down, and they're able to get the first down. What do you like so far from the Ranger offense? We've only seen 3 plays, but
for the offensive side, I mean, the first 2 plays really weren't a whole lot. Even the 3rd play was a broken play that they were able to get the first down on. I'm more impressed so far with the defense for the Blue Streaks early on in those first 2 drives. I mean, the first 2 plays, the defense was surrounding them and didn't give them much room at all to get upfield. The first one was the tackle for loss. So I like what Lake's defense is doing. It's only 3 plays into the first drive. Give up a first down. Just reset right now, and this little break here is probably good.
Yeah. Well, we mentioned it's opening night for everyone, so I think they had to find where the water was. They got it now, and I actually am thinking that there might be some maintenance that needs done It's hard to tell. It looks like they're.
Oh, that is. There's a rip in the turf.
Yeah. So we got a little timeout here as we tend to that. The grounds crew's bringing out some buckets. So we'll go ahead and take a break.
I think I know what it is. I think
vomit?
Yeah, someone threw up on the field. That's what they're taking care of right here.
Okay, well, first game jitters as they try. You know what? That made sense. I won't say who, but as they came to the sideline, you could tell.
Yeah.
Maybe wasn't really hurt, just emotionally.
He's refilling the fluids on the sideline right now.
We'll step away from a minute. You are listening to the Q92 Sports Radio Network, and we will be right back.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
The sports stories you want to talk about, the guests you want to hear from. Get it all on The Sam Berkwin Show. Join the voice of Stark County sports weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN for your ultimate local sports fix. You can also watch the show live daily on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Don't miss The Sam Berkwin Show weekdays at 3 on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, well, we got that cleaned up. Thank you to the maintenance and field crew here at Blue Streak Stadium. And we'll come back out of the timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Ranger 33-yard line. Harrison will be back under center, 2 guys to the right. And handoff will go to number 9, Matthew Flesher, and the Blue Streak defense, number 33, Josh Lippy, was there waiting for him. It'll be a gain of, we'll give him 3. 2nd and 7 from the Ranger 36-yard line. 8 minutes left to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was a great play from Lippy. He did a good job of staying on the blocker, and as the tailback up past him and tried to make a cut, he was able to disengage and make the tackle. That was a great heads-up play.
Yeah, it's good. Like to see that early on. It's one thing to shed the block when it's your guy, but when you're facing the opponent. Harrison will get it quick out to Allison. Allison will cut back. He gets upfield to the 46-yard line, and that'll be enough for another first down. Nice quick pass out there to Mason Allison. Be a gain of 12.
That was a great play design there, too. Lake brought pressure right up the middle. They brought their linebackers up as well. So that quick hitter to the left side, really, they didn't have much help side defense from there. So it was a great play call on the blitz from the Blue Streaks.
1st and 10, they're going to be at the 46-yard line. Back in the shotgun formation, got a running back behind him. Allison is in motion. This is going to go to Flesher. He's going to bounce to the outside. There's nothing there. 1, 2, 3, 4 Blue Streaks meet him in the backfield, and it's going to be a loss of 3. Baker's in there, Lippy, and a whole host of others. There are just nowhere to go for the running back.
No, and great job. If you've watched a lot of the plays from the Blue Streaks, even the plays that have had positive yards for North Ridgeville, they're gang tackling. Their defense is surrounding the football. There's 6 or 7 guys at the end of the play that are all there. So they're running to the ball, and the defense is looking good.
2 guys down to the left. A tight end to the left side. 1 guy up top. Low snap again. Harrison's able to control it. He's going to roll out to the right. He's still rolling. He's going to have to take off, and he's going to get across the 50. They're going to give him the 49-yard line of the Blue Streaks. And just a nice scramble there by Harrison. No one was open, and I don't think he realized how open he was. He kind of just pranced his way down there across to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, he got around the edge, and there was no one there.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to take off. I mean, the good news is for the Blue Streaks that they're still in third and 5, so defensively they're in a good situation. Offensively for North Ridgeville, you're probably looking either a pass or a draw. Screenplay would work here well for them as well.
We're coming up on 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. And a hard count, and it's going to get the Blue Streaks. It looked like Katsera was the one that jumped off. We'll see.
Yeah, those are the penalties that drive coaches nuts. And I know it's early we're only halfway through, not even halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah.
But those, especially that it gave them the first down, those are the things that you want to try to avoid early on.
Yeah, you had to like your chances there at midfield. Their defensive front's been playing really well, and just the hard count got them. So it is going to be a first down for the Rangers. One penalty now for each team. And it will be 1st and 10 at the Blue Streak 44-yard line for this Ranger offense. A little bit of confusion on how to get lined up. They get it squared. Another low snap to Harrison. He goes for the handoff, and there was a Blue Streak there waiting for him. It's 55, Zach Katsera, and handoff there with nowhere to go.
Yeah, those a couple times now. I think that's 4 or 5 times that they've had that snap roll back to the quarterback, and when it does that, it throws your time. Running back and your offensive linemen are then kind of not knowing what's going on, so we'll keep an eye on that. There's been quite a few rolled snaps back to the QB.
Well, and what's happening too is that the pressure's coming from the A-gap, so bad snap for the center, then he's losing focus. And so here goes Harrison, another low snap, and there's 1, 2, 3 Blue Streaks in the backfield. He has to throw it away as 33 Josh Lippy wrapped him up and threw him down, but he was able to get rid of it. It's going to be 3rd and 14 from the Blue Streak 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was a little throwback pass there. Matthew Flesher threw that back to Harrison, and then Harrison tried to get it away but had pressure in his face. So North Ridgeville Rangers trying to get a little fancy, trying to trick the defense for the Blue Streaks, trying to open up the offense a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised here at some point if we see a screen. This front line of the Blue Streaks is getting in the backfield quick and take advantage of that. But right now, 3rd and long. Harrison is back. Here comes the pressure. There is that screen. It gets to Flesher. He makes the guy miss. He jukes. He gets up, and the cutback gets him to the 32-yard line, which is going to be enough for a Ranger first down.
That was a very generous spot at the end of that play, by the way. But a great play call. You just called it the play before. You said this is a good time for a screen. Lake had a chance to tie that up.
Missed
that
tackle.
Flesher was able to elude and pick up the yards need for a first down. So long sustained drive, and Lake's defense is probably getting a little bit winded right now.
We're down to under 5 minutes here in the first quarter. This is the first drive for North Ridgeville. Started at the 20-yard line. They are now down to the 33. It'll be Harrison, and it's going to be a handoff to Flesher, and he's got nowhere to go. Excuse me, that was number 3, Gus Dutta, the kind of S guy. They call him the money guy on their depth chart. And he took the handoff there again. Blue Streaks with great pursuit of the football, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I get the feeling if he gets into open space, he's going to see pay dirt. He's a quick, shifty guy. I'd hate to see, if I'm on the defensive side, him one-on-one in the open flat.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Harrison now in kind of the pistol formation. Good snap, drops back, and immediately get pressure, and he kind of tripped him up, kind of slide. They're going to give him forward progress to the 30. That was Josh Lippy in pursuit. Harrison slid down to preserve his life, if you will, to the 30-yard line, where we'll have another 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 for North Ridgeville. They're 2 for 2 so far on this drive. Let's see what they do here.
Harrison, the quarterback, he's not the greatest scrambler. No disrespect.
Yeah.
He's not the quickest once he gets into the open field.
4 receiver set, 2 on each side. Just another low snap, messed up the timing. And we're going to have, I believe, a timeout for North Ridgeville, which is, unless it's a delay of game. Let's see what we got here. It's going to be a false start. So the timing, all sorts of phooey there is they got a bad snap, missed the handoff, and on top of that, someone started early. So that's going to back them up, and it's going to become a 3rd and 13, which, by the way, is their 2nd of this drive. This time the ball will be at the 35-yard line of the Blue Streaks. Again, they'll go with the 5 receiver set, 2 to the near side, 3 to the far side. Harrison on the right hash. takes the snap, and there's no one there. He's now going to let it go, and nice hit. It's broken up by number 3, Drew Prinbonbit, as he hit him and broke the ball. It was going to be a first down. They got it right there at the line of gain, and a nice hit.
And that was a good job, not just from the secondary, but Lake left the linebacker in there to spy. And as soon as he stepped up in the pocket, he had pressure right into his face and made him rush that throw. He threw it high, and great job from the defense coming through. Prebenik doing a great job dislodging that ball.
I think you definitely said it better than I did, but
Prebenik.
They're going to go for it here. 4th and 13. They're kind of in that no man's land. Here comes Harrison. And he's all bottled up, and it's almost intercepted. Billiter and Talkington both had their hands on it. It hit the turf, but that's okay. And it actually is going to work out better for him because it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lake Blue Streaks at their 36-yard line.
I think they had a chance to house that, though. If either of them brought that in, that left sideline was wide open as the Lake Blue Streaks are moving from left to right. The far sideline was wide open, but still, great defensive series. That was a long possession as the scoreboard went out here.
Yeah.
Long possession, so we'll see what the offense can do.
See what else maintenance can do here. So, not sure. Officials are going to have to do something here. No game clock. We were under 2 minutes, and so it is going to be Wyatt Jones. He gets it out to Landerman, makes the guy miss. He's to the 45, cuts it back 50, 45, down to the 43-yard line as Cole Landerman on a quick pass there from Wyatt Jones makes a guy miss and gets it inside Ranger territory.
That was a little comeback route, and I think North Ridgeville expected him when he caught that. A lot of guys turned and reverse out to the sideline. That time Landerman reversed into the middle of the field and then made a linebacker miss. A great effort after the catch for the Blue Streaks and Landerman.
Yeah, that's not typically something you coach or want to do. You're getting back into the line of fire there, but he was able to do it. We're going to take a quick timeout on the field here as they are realizing there is no game clock, and we'll let them fire the scoreboard back up. Here it comes. A little bit different than back in the day when you had to wait for it to cool down and come back on. It fires right back up, and, well, there was no score, so they got that right. It says 2:43. I thought that it was a little bit less than that, but I don't think either team will be too upset about that. And after that long pass play, it will be a Blue Streak first down. They're going to get the ball at the 43-yard line of the Rangers. Wyatt Jones under center. He's got DeGeorge next to him. DeGeorge is going to take the handoff and makes the guy miss. He gets down to the 36-yard line. Nice gain of 7 there for DeGeorge. Didn't look like there was any room, but he made a guy miss and he made something out of it.
Yeah, Braxton Jarrett, the sophomore for North Ridgeville, actually made contact with DeGeorge right at the line of scrimmage, and DeGeorge just ran the 6 or 7 yards with him behind him.
Yeah, he kind of took him for a ride. So we're at 2 minutes now in the first quarter. It is 2nd and 3 for the Blue Streaks at the 36-yard line. Jones under center, in the shotgun. DeGeorge to his right, and he's going to hand it off to DeGeorge. DeGeorge gets it to the 30, makes the guy miss down to the 28-yard line, and we can see why it's Mr. Do-It-All. He'll run you over, he'll take you with you, or he'll go around you. Either way, he's going to get yards.
Yeah, and great job by Ryder Schultz, the sophomore out there receiving, doing a good job blocking and posting up and giving DeGeorge an opportunity to either cut off to the right or to the left of that block. So not only is DeGeorge making guys miss, at the line of scrimmage, the receivers are doing a great job blocking downfield to give him a chance to pick up the extra yardage.
For sure. Now DeGeorge is going to go top to the left. Landerman's down here to the right. Jones is in the shotgun by himself. He's going to do quarterback keep. He's going to go off the right side, gets a block. He gets down to the 20-yard line, as that'll be a gain of 7 for Wyatt Jones, and it'll be 2nd and 3. And we got our first injury of the game. We got a Ranger down.
Yeah, well, he's down. We could jump into the starter scoreboard, give you an update on some of the games going on. Northwest 7, Alliance 0. That game, 2:05 left in the first quarter. Glen Oak and Dover, 0-0 in that game, 2 minutes left in the first. Central Catholic 7, Perry 13. That game's in the second quarter. Massillon 7, Glenville 6, 4:06 left in the first quarter from Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. North Canton Hoover 8, Akron Buchtel 0. I've called that game 3 years in a row, I believe. It's always a really physical, really hard played game between those two schools. No score here. Lake 0, North Ridgeville 0. McKinley 7, Harding nothing. 2 minutes left in the first quarter in that game as well. So those are the games that we got going on. If you head over to our new website, we just actually launched it. It's kind of a soft launch yesterday, but man, oh man, it's really cool. It's very interactive. It gives you a chance to listen to the games right from the page. It shows stats, real-time stats. The rosters are up there. It shows time of possession, what each possession, which each team does in the possession. It's really cool. Q92radiosports.com.
Well, the injured Ranger is up and off. I'd give you who it is, but I don't have an 88 on my roster, so your guess is as good as mine. So coming back, 1 minute left to go. We're down at the 22-yard line. Wyatt Jones, he's going to hand it off to the George, cuts back. He gets down to the 15, and then forward progress. They're going to give him to the 15. It'll be a first down for the Blue Streaks. Nice run there by Ty DeGeorge.
And I like what they're doing, putting DeGeorge at the tailback position. Because they were just, loading the box anyways with an extra guy. Now they can do that, but it opens up the outside. So you could run the play action or the RPO off the handoff to George and hit the flat. So I like the direction that this offense is going now inside the red zone.
Linnerman down here to the right. The George behind Jones, who's in the pistol. It's going to go to the George. He's going to cut back. And make a guy miss. Breaks another tackle. He's down to the 10 and will be driven out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Gain of 5 for DeGeorge. And it'll be 2nd and 5 from the Ranger 10-yard line.
You like the effort at the end of that play as a fan. I'm sure Coach DeGeorge is going to be like, hey, just step out of bounds right there. Don't take that unnecessary hit.
Yep. And he took a couple hits there. And the Ranger defense there was on pursuit. So we'll have 2nd and 5 now from the 10-yard line as we approach the end of the first quarter. There is 12 seconds remaining. Clock stopped when he went out of bounds. Koblenz and Lennerman to the right. Scholes up top. DeGeorge behind Jones. This is going to be Jones. And he's going to get some movement down to, let's say, the 6. It's going to be 3rd and 1 at the 6-yard line. And for Coach DeGeorge, he's going to have a second to think about. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on the Q92 Sports Radio Network.
Come discover Gentle Brook Greenhouse and Farm in Hartville. Inside nearly an acre of greenhouse space, you'll find a beautiful mix of flowers and plants ready to bring life to any setting. More than a shop, it's also home to Gentle Brook's Adult Day services, where individuals with developmental disabilities take part in meaningful, hands-on experiences that happen every day. Every visit supports a mission rooted in community. 3612 Swamp Street Northeast, Hartville. 330-877-9514 or gentlebrook.org. Gentlebrook, connecting people and community.
Make sure you're following Q92 Sports on social media. We bring you the absolute best in local sports news, live play-by-play action, exclusive player and coach interviews, game day photos, and so much more. Never miss an update. Just search and follow at Q92 Sports across all your favorite platforms and subscribe today. Stay connected to the teams, the games, and the moments that matter most. Q92 Sports, your home for local sports.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
We're back here at Blue Streak Stadium. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Lake. Everybody inside the box. It's going to go, and it's going to be a timeout.
Reset the
play clock. Get it back to 40. Well, we got a little sneak peek there, and Coach DeGeorge is not happy as they had the right play call that they wanted there, and it was going to be a quarterback keeper for Ty DeGeorge. So they're going to reset the play clock to 40, and not quite. You didn't get the home cooking you're looking for there.
It wasn't even necessary to
it
reset it.
It was at 13, and they were snapping the ball. So, well,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they come back out and just do a straight quarterback draw with Ty again.
And that's how they're lined up. They got all 11 guys on the left side of the box. DeGeorge is under in the shotgun formation, and they're going to get, I think, an offsides here. DeGeorge, the quarterback, wasn't even looking yet, but the nose guard jumped over, and it's going to be a first down for the Blue Streaks.
Yeah, half the distance to the goal gives them now first and goal. And I don't know if DeGeorge said something, like if he gave a hard count even though he wasn't looking, but there was the whole front three of the Rangers' defensive line all jumped.
I was interested to see what was going to happen because the Lake offensive line wasn't even set. DeGeorge was looking over to the sideline probably for a check from the coaching staff. Regardless, it's an offsides. They're going to stay in this formation. You got DeGeorge and Billiter in the backfield. Two tight ends. It's going to go to DeGeorge. He's going to go on the left side. He's going to break a tackle, and they're going to mark him down at the 1. He's stretched out, and I thought he was in. It's on the far side of the stadium. We don't have a great view, but that official immediately said his knee was down. And so it's going to be second and goal from the 1-yard line.
And it was just great individual effort. He was hit at the line of scrimmage and was able to fall forward for that extra yard and a half. I would go right back to the same play and just tell my backside to clear that off because that's where that tackle came from on the previous play.
11:30 left to play. No doubt in my mind who's getting the ball here. And it's going to go to DeGeorge. He's going to go right side, and he's going to walk untouched in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Streaks.
Yeah, just a great job. Good push. Untouched as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Or, excuse me. What's that?
Pre-game jitters. We haven't quite figured out how to spell Lake here, L-A-E-K. But regardless, it is a touchdown for the Blue Streaks. And now we are going to see Braden Talkington line it up for the extra point. I'm sure someone will get them fixed, and we'll get that squared away. Snap, good hold, good kick. And with 11:21 left to play here in the second quarter, it's the Lake Blue Streaks 7, the North Ridgeville Rangers 0. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back on the Q92 Sports Radio Network.
Tired of rising gas prices and the cost of vehicle maintenance? Let SARTA do the driving for you. Whether you're heading to work, school, shopping, or a doctor's appointment, SARTA offers safe, reliable, and affordable transportation throughout Stark County. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride while we handle the road. Plus, with convenient routes and easy trip planning, getting where you need to go has never been easier. Ride smart, ride SARTA. Visit SARTAonline.com and get moving today.
This is head coach Dan DeGeorge from the Lake Blue Streaks. You're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
We're back here at Blue Streaks Stadium. We saw a healthy dose of Ty DeGeorge and Cole Jones on the run, Wyatt Jones on the run on that drive. And it results in the 1-yard Ty DeGeorge touchdown, 7-0 Blue Streaks. As now Lake will line it up for the kickoff. It's going to be number 6, Braden Talkington. Cole Allison back to return for the Rangers.
10 plays, 48 yards, capped off by the DeGeorge touchdown.
That kick is going to go out of bounds. There goes the laundry. And this Ranger offense will start, I believe, at the 35. We'll see where they spot it.
Got some score updates coming in on the SARTA scoreboard. Perry 14, Central Catholic 7. Massillon 13, Glenville 6. Hoover Bookdale still 8-0. McKinley Harding still 7-0 McKinley. Dover 6, Glen Oak 0. And Northwest 7, Alliance 0. Those are the games on the Q92 Sports Network.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see Alliance. They lost a lot last year. Only one returning offensive lineman. They lose Jackson. They lose Hunter. We'll see how they rebuild under Coach Goodman. Here It is 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Flesher, and man, he took a hit and got a gain of 2. He'll get up to the 37-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 8. Looked like 54 was able to lay the lumber there. Jacob Anderson.
that was a hard hit. When we can hear the pops up here through our headset, it wasn't through the microphone. It was through my ears. That's how you know it's a heavy hit.
Good hit. 2nd and 8 here. Harrison in the pistol. Another low snap. That one hits the turf, and he has to just make something out of nothing. He got a couple yards and slid down. He was in life preservation mode. That ball bounced twice before it got there, and it's going to be another 3rd and long for this Ranger offense.
And that's credit to the nose tackle for the Lake Blue Streaks, and that's Zachary Katsera, who is the pressure that he is putting on that center. He's trying to just flick it real quick so that he can get his hands up, and in doing so, he's rolling it back to the quarterback.
Yeah, Lippy, Humphrey, Mitchell, those 4 guys up front are going to have to pay rent in the backfield here soon. Harrison, 3rd down. He's got a guy. It's Cole Allison, and he's going to stretch out, and it's going to be enough for the 1st down. Caught him over the middle. Allison was able to take the hit and move forward. He gets to the 47-yard line, and it's going to be a 1st down.
Yeah, Harrison for the Rangers took a hit as he got rid of that pass as well. He had pressure right in his face again, so even when they're having a chance to step back and pass, he's still got defenders from Lake right in the face, picks up a good 1st down. He stood strong in that pocket, knew he was going to get hit, and delivered a strike.
1st and 10. We got Detta, Allison, and Allison up top. Flesher and Stout down at the bottom. Here goes Harrison, right to Stout. He makes the guy miss. He gets across midfield into the 45-yard line, and it's going to be a gain of 8. 9:23 left to play. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Rangers.
Yeah, it was a great job from Baker out there on the corner. His receiver came up and posted up to block, and Baker did a good job of standing there, not giving the outside towards the sideline to the receiver and forcing him back into where he had help.
Yeah, he's a strong safety. The way they've been playing, though, he's been out on the outside. So now we've got 2nd and 2. Here's Harrison. He's going to hand it off to Flesher. Flesher's going to cut. He's going to get to the 40, up down to the 36-yard line. Nice run there by Matthew Flesher, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, he had a big hole there. 2 defenders for Lake kind of got tied up inside, and Flesher was able to bounce it out to the edge and pick up positive gain and a 1st down. A nice run and a little momentum now for this North Ridgeville offense. They're able to get the Lake defense guessing a little bit.
Definitely some size on this Ranger front. They go 6'4", 6 foot, 6'2", 6'2", 6'4" across the front. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. 8:28 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Harrison, he's going to give it to Mason Allison. Allison has some room. He's going to get down to the 30 and to the 25-yard line. A little delayed handoff there to Cole Allison. It's going to be a gain of 12 and another Ranger 1st down.
It's similar to the play that they tried to run opening up the ball game, where they faked the handoff to the H-back in the backfield, and they hit that wing coming around the edge, and this time they were able to get positive yardage, get upfield, and another 1st down for the Rangers.
Some substitutions on the Lake defense. 1st and 10 for the Rangers from the Blue Streak 25-yard line. Under 8 minutes to go. Harrison, another low snap, but he gets it to Flesher. Flesher looking for room. And Simon Humphrey with a nice tackle coming off the edge there and is able to collapse down, and gain of 1 they're going to give Flesher there.
Yeah, Humphrey coming off the backside. Didn't get too far upfield, was able to cut right behind the offensive line and make a tackle coming off the backside. But that was a really good example of how that low snap really throws off the timing to a run play.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be a read, but there was no way to read it when you got it that low, so he just handed it off. So 2nd and 9 for the Rangers. Harrison, hard count, another low snap. And he's got time. He fires it over the middle. And in and out of the hands of Shannon Billiter. Had an interception. And, man, that's the 2nd time today the Blue Streaks have dropped an interception. Yeah. That one was right to him.
The good thing is, if your coach Dan DeGeorge is like, this is why you play defense, first of all.
Problem is he doesn't.
Second of all,
they're starting tailback.
They're in great position to make plays. You're upset that they don't come away with it. was a great pass breakup. Now it's 3rd and 9. Let's see what they can do as they go empty.
Big third down from the 24-yard line. They're going to be empty set, as you mentioned. Harrison in the shotgun. 3 guys to the right, 2 guys up top. 7:16 to play. Harrison's going to look to the left side. Quick pass. And great 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Blue Streaks collapse on it. They try to go to the quick game again. And I don't know if they're going to give him 2 yards. It's going to be 4th and 7. And I would expect the Ranger offense to stay out there.
Yeah.
Big 4th down here for the Lake defense.
Yeah, it looked like Billiter had another tackle on the edge, doing a good job shedding the receiver, blocking him and stepping up and making that tackle on the far side. So good position for the Blue Streaks, 4th and long.
Yeah, Humphrey was out there as well as Mitchell and Talkington and a whole host of Blue Streaks. So here we go, 4th and 7. Harrison looking to the left. He's going to throw post route, and it's broken up. Lachlan Baker, the free safety, I think that's 22. It was intended for Mason Allison Gus Dutta, sorry. I was on the far side, furthest away from us. And I think it was Lachlan Baker, the free safety, that was able to break it up. Regardless, it's an incomplete pass and another turnover on downs.
I think that was actually that was Cohen Colbent.
Okay.
Who had that in the, he kind of turned his hips and went to readjust himself and stumbled a little bit, and the receiver was open, and he did a good job of closing things down at the end of that reception, or at the end of that incompletion, and kind of disrupting the receiver a little bit in the end zone, and turnover on downs.
Yeah, that's a good stop there for the Blue Streak defense. Long sustained drive, but makes the stop at the end. Sort of score update. I see that Lemon, we expected him to have a good year, and he's off to a good start. His 3rd touchdown of the game, and it's 21-7 Perry over Central Catholic. 2 teams that we're interested to see what happens there. Central Catholic, really tough year last year. Lots of injuries. I think Perry has a chance to be decent this year.
I think so too. They've done a good job over there trying to get that program a new identity, and they always find a way to be fast and physical over there. Always fast and physical.
Coach Wakefield's always with them, even when he's not the coach anymore. They're have always been a physical team, and with guys like Lemon, they've added the speed on the outside.
Boy, his second gear, when he gets past the linebackers, and you see him do that little, he kind of bends over a little bit when he runs to get lower to the ground.
That's the turbo mode he puts on.
He just takes off.
Well, timeout for the Blue Streaks. We're coming back now. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Blue Streak 22-yard line. 6:28 left to play here in the second quarter. Wyatt Jones in the pistol, and it's going to be a handoff. And George is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Good containment there by number 8, Luke Bartell, for the Rangers.
Yeah, the defensive front ran a little bit of a stunt, and it kind of just put too many bodies in the hole where DeGeorge was trying to get through. So North Ridgeville with a great defensive play, finally, slowing down Ty DeGeorge.
My only problem with Bartell right now is he's got 2 different color shoes on, and neither of them are his team's colors. Red and green, I don't know if it's like a traffic light or what.
He'd be fined in the NFL.
Yeah, that's
the no
get
fun
their
league.
money how they can. So, all right, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here goes Jones. Fake. Oh, he's got a guy wide open if he can get him, and he gets it out, and the reception is made by Ryder Scholes. Scholes got the DB. Harrison Irwin all turned around, and Jones was late on getting there, but Scholes was able to adjust and get a big reception there. That'll be a gain of 26. They'll get across midfield to the Ranger 49-yard line.
No, I love that, and I love even more after the fact as Jones ran along the sidelines. Coach DeGeorge ran out and gave him a high five. Really proud of his young junior starting quarterback.
That's a big-time throw. They're rolling on the side away from your throwing arm. Here goes Jones. Hand off to DeGeorge. Makes the guy miss. Makes it. Now he's taking the other guy for a ride, and he was hit at the line of scrimmage, and DeGeorge is going to get 6 to the 44-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and a long 4. They're going to say 5 at the 46-yard line. Good physical run there by Ty DeGeorge.
Yeah, he met traffic right at the at the point of the handoff right there. Was able to fight and battle and fall forward. We'll see what they do now that DeGeorge takes a little breather, how this offense runs with him on the sideline.
I didn't know he was allowed to do that, but he's going to get a break, and Jones is going to captain the offense now in the pistol. He's got, looks like number 2, Mason Skiller in behind him, and that's who it's going to go to. And he's going to get across the 40 down to the 38-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a Blue Streak first down.
Yeah, that was Baker with the carry there.
Oh,
for
22,
the Blue
Lachlan
Streaks.
Baker.
Yeah,
Yep.
Nice job getting through, picking up the first down. See, they can run an offense without Titus George.
Yeah. I was looking at the depth chart this morning, and I now know it's a typo. It said Lachlan Baker was 5'1", and he's definitely 5'10" or 5'11", so just missed a number there. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line, and Wyatt Jones is going to keep it himself. He's going to go to the right side, makes the guy miss, gets to the far hash down to the 31-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 7. Nice quarterback keeper there by Wyatt Jones.
Yeah, he was able to find a little crease through the right side of the line, made a linebacker miss, tried to cut it to the edge. That's from a young quarterback. That's what you want to see, a nice 6-yard pickup for the Blue Streaks.
And Baker will go right back to the sideline as DeGeorge gets his breather. He's now back out there. It's going to be Jones in the pistol, DeGeorge behind him. 2nd and a long, well, we'll say 2nd and 4 from the 32-yard line. Just about 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. It's going to go to DeGeorge, and right there was Luke Bartell, who picked him up and threw him down. It's going to be a loss of 3.
Yeah, he came untouched off the backside. The whole offensive line blocked to the right and left him open. A lot of times that's what you do on zone run plays to the right side. You leave that backside defender unblocked. That time he just made a play. That's a player making a play, realizing no one was covering him, and Luke Bartell went right down the line of scrimmage, made a nice tackle.
I think they'll come back to that at some point. That could have been a read play, and Bartell crashed quickly, and I can see them going back to that with Jones on a keeper, but we'll keep that in our back pocket. Right now we got 3rd and 7. We're at the Lake is at the 34-yard line, and here goes Jones, and it's going to be a delayed screen. It's going to go to the DeGeorge. He's wrapped up. He makes a guy miss, makes another guy miss to the 30, 29. He's going to be to the 29-yard line. He's going to be a yard short of the first down.
That's a great effort from DeGeorge. There was a missed block on that screen play. If he would have held that block, DeGeorge could still be running. But a great second effort after that initial contact, able to escape and put them in a 3rd and manageable.
We got an injury, which is going to give Coach DeGeorge a second to think about. The scoreboard still says 3rd, but it should be 4th and 2, right?
That's what I thought. That was.
It's 4th and 2 because it was.
I was hesitant.
It was 2nd down. They lost 2 on that 2nd down play. Good 8-yard pickup there on 3rd down, and I think it's going to be 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Initial look, it looked like that Lake was going to go jumbo. Brought in some extra tight ends and backs there. So we'll see. The injured player is up and off to the sideline. So a decision now for Coach DeGeorge. 4th and 3, 2:06 left to play here in the first half. Our halftime show coming up, presented by CSE Federal Credit Union. We'll get an update on all the scores, the news, weather, and recap the first half. We got 2 minutes left to play here from Blue Streak Stadium, and the Lake offense is going to stay out there. 4th and 2 from the 29-yard line. Ty DeGeorge is under. He's going to be in the backfield. Hard count, got a guy, but he didn't snap it. He was able to get back and get set. Now Coach DeGeorge is going to call timeout. Lake is down to 1, and now we'll see what the Blue Streaks do. It's a 47-yarder from here.
I don't see them kicking from here. I think that was just, let's go out. We got them to jump earlier, see if we can get them to jump now.
And I think I want to see how they lined up, too.
Yeah. So I imagine they're going to go out and run a play here, probably to the wide side, give your speedsters an opportunity to try to get to the edge. We can jump into the start of scoreboard here while we have a chance. Let's see here.
27 years of real estate experience, Greg and
Gotta love the internet some days, don't you?
It works until you want it to.
Every time. Every time. Here we go. So Dover 14, Glen Oak 7. 7:22 left in the half there.
In real estate.
Perry 21, Central 7. Hoover 15, Buchtel 0. We're back to action here.
All right, we got Mitchell and Humphrey to the right. Ty DeGeorge is going to keep it, and he's going to get across the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Nice cutback, and it's going to be a first down for the Blue Streaks.
Yeah, I was surprised they ran to the short side of the field, but DeGeorge did a great job. He knew the line to gain, and as soon as he got close, just put his head down and fell forward. Nice carry there for Lake, continuing this drive with the first down.
Yeah, they brought in Lippy and Humphrey there, 2 D linemen on that right side, also with Mitchell there to lead the way and able to get the first down. So we're down to 1:15 to play here in the first half. First down for the Blue Streaks. They're at the 25-yard line of the Rangers. Looking to end with another score here before going to halftime. It's going to be Jones, and we're going to get a timeout for North Ridgeville or flag.
So they said that the receiver, Ryder Schultz, lined up in the neutral zone. So he got called with the offsides there on that play.
Okay. I saw the offsides motion, but that makes sense. So now it'll be 1st and 15. They're back to the 30-yard line. 1:04 left in the half. Wyatt Jones gets the play from Coach DeGeorge, runs it out.
I wouldn't be surprised if they took a shot here.
Yep.
Under 50, clock running, under 50 seconds.
Well, they've turned the DBs around pretty good on a couple plays here, so getting a really big cushion here. Ryder Scholes, about 20 yards between him and the DB, and they're going to go that way, and it's going to be a quick out to Scholes. He's going to catch it and get out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say incomplete. Wasn't able to hang on to it as he hit the ground. That was the play you wanted there. Nice little almost like a comeback route to Scholes, but he couldn't contain it as he hit the ground. And so it's going to be 2nd and 15 from the 30. 31 seconds. Ball's at the 29. Some formation changes here. Personnel, and then here comes Wyatt Jones. 2nd and 15. Again, relays it to kind of a muddle huddle that they got. They get up to the line. 3 guys on the near side, 1 guy to the far side. DeGeorge in the backfield. Baker. It's going to be thrown and broken up. Pass was intended for Marquell Skillerin.
There it is. There it is.
And they're going to get like a targeting type penalty.
No, that's unsportsmanlike conduct.
For taunting.
Yep. As soon as he made, it was a great play. He made an unbelievable play.
Javon Harris.
Yep, and what he did, he stood up over top of the guy laying on the ground, looked at him, and did the fist pump. And
unfortunately, that's called all 3 levels now. College will call out, NFL, and here in high school. Javon Harris, the junior, 5'11", 175. Let's give a positive note on him. I did see this summer ran a 4.440. That is cooking.
That's crazy. I mean, he made a heck of a play.
Laser time.
Made a heck of a play. It was a nice, legal, hard hit to dislodge the football. It's just the stuff at the end that you see everywhere nowadays. I saw a video. It was Pee Wee players going up and like pushing each other before a game. Like, what are we doing?
Well, unfortunately, that great play negated by the unsportsmanlike. That's going to be a first down for the Blue Streaks. So they're going to get down to the 14-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. 27 seconds left to play. Blue Streaks do have 1 timeout remaining. Ridgeville has all 3. North Ridgeville has all 3. And Jones is coming off. The play is going into, looks like 33. Is that Josh Lippy? No, 31. That's Mitchell. So DeGeorge is going to be the quarterback, but Mitchell's the guy that gets to be the
DeGeorge does enough running.
Yeah, coach says, "Hey, you take this one and let him just wait." And now, I think they're going to respot the ball. It should have been half the distance to the goal, I think, because they were inside the 30. But we'll see. Oh, you know what? They're saying it's third down.
I don't think it's an automatic first down.
Well, it was, we'll see here. It was 2nd and 15, 15-yard penalty. I'm not great at math, but maybe they were saying it was 2nd and 16. We'll go with that. Officials are conferring.
It's week 1 for them, too.
Yeah. The ball was at the 29, which should take it to the 14, which is where the line to gain is. And they're going to say they're going to say it's 4th down.
Wow.
They're going to give them that play. Okay, so it's going to be 4th and 1 from the 15-yard line. All sorts of confusion, but when it's all said and done, all 11 guys in the box, here comes to George. He cuts, and he's moving forward. No surprise. Humphrey and a little help from his friends. They're going to get the first down, but now they got to get set. There is 23 seconds left. The clock will stop as they reset the football, but now it's going to wind. 22, 21, 20 seconds. Wyatt Jones is coming in, and they got to get going here. They're down to 15, and now they're going to call a timeout. Wasted about 7 seconds there. 12 seconds, 1st and 10. Ball is at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, I think the officials messed up.
Yes.
So I went back on our new website.
Okay.
Q92radiosports.com. It shows us the play-by-play. It uses what you say.
Yep.
And then gives us the play-by-play. And we had it was 2nd and 15 at the 30. And then it ended up 4th and 1.
Yeah. Now they're going to give him the play, dead ball and sportsmanlike. So if anything, it should have been 3rd down.
Yeah.
And it should have been a 1st down. When it's all said and done, Ty DeGeorge gets it done, but more time came off the clock. So we got 12 seconds. Lake is out of timeouts. Wyatt Jones under center. First time we've seen him under center today. DeGeorge in motion. And it's going to go fake. Oh, right across. And that is going to be touchdown. 33, Josh Lippy. And a fake handoff to Ty DeGeorge. And they took advantage of what we talked about earlier. Everyone's eyes are on 12. Lippy snuck out the backside. A great fake by Wyatt Jones. He found him for the 14-yard touchdown. And just like that, it's 13-0 Blue Streaks.
Yeah, you said it all. That was it, man. That was a great play call.
Also, update, we got the flags fixed, so we're spelling Lake right now. L-A-K-E by the cheer squad. And Talkington lines up for the extra point.
Braden Talkington on to attempt the conversion.
Snap, hold. It's low, but it's good. With 5 seconds remaining here in the first half, it's the Lake Blue Streaks 14, North Ridgeville Rangers 0. We'll stay right here as we get ready for our CSC Federal Credit Union halftime report. I know we got some scores and updates around the county and even out of the county. Did you say it was 14-7 Dover over the Golden Eagles? Perry was up 21-7. Hoover 15-0. We'll get some updates on that. Great game last night. I don't know if you saw Avon and St. Ignatius playing at the Brown Stadium. I don't know who was deemed the home team, but they'll be the best home team in that stadium all year.
You were looking for the Glen Oak, Dover 14, Glen Oak 7.
Okay. Got a Bulldog score yet?
McKinley?
Yep.
Yeah, I've got them. 7-0 Harding.
Okay.
1 minute left in the half. Hoover 15, Buchtel 0. Perry scored again, 28-7, the Panthers.
Battle of 13th Street. Going to be an uphill battle for Central Catholic there tonight. Talkington's got it lined up. He's going to go split kick this time. It's going to be caught by the upback at the 35. He's going to get up to the 42-yard line, where he is thrown down by 21, Mac Crespo on the kickoff unit there. Throws him down. I didn't see who was returning it, but we're going to start. And there is 1 second left. So we'll see what North Ridgeville does here, if they'll just take a knee or if they'll take a shot. Lake has all their DBs about 20 yards off the line of scrimmage.
1 second to play.
We have 1 second left here in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10 for North Ridgeville. They will start at the Ranger 40-yard line. Harrison and company ready to go. I think they're going to try and run a play here.
I mean, they don't have anything to lose.
Yep. Going to hand off to Flesher, see what he can do. And just like the rest of the first half, he's got no way to run.
Who was that?
3 different blue streaks.
Wyatt Jones, man, oh man.
He was 7, Wyatt Jones, or 6, Talkington.
Wyatt Jones came up and made the big hit right at the end.
Gotcha. Well, that'll do it for the first half. Your score at halftime, the Lake Blue Streaks 14, North Ridgeville Rangers nothing. We will take a break and we will return for the CSC Federal Credit Union halftime report. You're listening to the Q92 Sports Radio Network.
RG Dreg, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Dreg students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Dreg to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Dreg, where careers begin.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
We'll get back to football in just a few moments. Right now it's time for Halftime News, sponsored by CSE Federal Credit Union. 2 Canton police officers under review after mistakenly detaining a 14-year-old boy in his front porch Monday while searching for suspects in a series of car thefts. The doorbell camera captured the encounter, including officers yelling expletives at the teen. Public Safety Director Andrea Perry says she does not condone the officers' language or actions, calling the interaction unacceptable, saying it does not reflect Canton police standards. Mayor William Shearer also called professionalism and expectation of every city employee. A city spokesman says the incident remains under investigation and officials will await the results before deciding whether any punishment is warranted. The Ohio Supreme Court has upheld the death sentence for a man who killed a woman and her 2 daughters in North Royalton in 2017. Court ruled Wednesday a Cuyahoga County 3-judge panel properly sentenced 54-year-old George Brinkman to death after he pleaded guilty to killing 45-year-old Suzanne Taylor, 21-year-old Taylor Pfeiffer, and 18-year-old Kylie Pfeiffer. Brinkman had previously been sentenced to death, but the court ordered a new proceeding because he was not properly advised of his rights when he pleaded guilty. In 2022, Brinkman again pleaded guilty and received the death penalty. He's under a sentence imposed in Stark County for the 2017 shootings of Ridgeville and Roberta John in Lake Township. The North Canton Public Library will undergo renovations. The next several weeks will see much of the library's collection, offices, and operations move into the Hoover District space at 339 East Maple Street. While the work is done, it's expected to open in late September. Current location on North Main Street will close August 23rd. $5.5 million in renovation work will be done on the facility, which opened in 1953. An expansion is planned that would add a children's programming room on the first floor. The library's savings, a private foundation, and donors are paying for the project. The victim has been identified in a house fire in East Liverpool early Tuesday. Firefighters were called to the 2000 block of Ohio Avenue around 2 o'clock and learned the occupant was still inside. A 2-story home collapsed during the blaze, and an excavator was used to recover the victim. He was identified as 62-year-old James Spencer. The state fire marshal is investigating. An autopsy is yet to be completed. A Trumbull County grand jury has indicted 3 people for alleged abuse of a functionally impaired woman. 28-year-old Dawn Slusher and 22-year-olds Rosanna Davis and Bryce Davis face charges including abduction, assault, and failure to provide for a functionally impaired person. Slusher also faces a theft charge. Police were told in June the woman feared for her life, was being beaten, and had her money taken. An employee with a disability services organization said the victim had written notes describing what was happening because she believed someone was listening to her. The woman was listed as missing when police received the report. The 3 suspects were arrested July 2nd. They're scheduled for arraignment in Trumbull County Common Pleas Court next month. More news after this.
Never miss a single moment of the action. Search for Q92 Radio on YouTube right now and hit that subscribe button. When you turn on alerts, you'll know the exact second we go live. It's your destination to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union sports broadcasts. Plus, you can watch The Sam Berkman Show live weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. and catch exclusive interviews with local athletes, coaches, and insiders. Subscribe to Q92 Radio on YouTube today.
A man arrested after a Warren police officer-involved incident has been indicted. 18-year-old DeAndre Douglas charged with 2 counts of attempted murder and felonious assault, as well as a weapons count. The case was bound over from juvenile court. The incident took place May 15th after a pursuit through the city. Officers responded to the 1800 block of South Street Southeast for a report of someone waving a gun. Police say the driver refused to stop and the chase ended on Charles Avenue. Someone in the vehicle reportedly fired at officers who returned fire. 1 person was wounded. No officers were injured. Ohio BCI conducted the investigation. A Weathersfield man is facing attempted murder charges in connection with a traffic crash in Niles that injured 3 people. 24-year-old Samuel Sipes was indicted Thursday on counts including attempted aggravated murder, and 3 counts of felonious assault. Police say Sipes fled on foot after the crash just before midnight, June 27th at North Main Street in East Madison. He was arrested July 9th in Geneva. An adult and 2 juveniles in the other vehicle were taken to a hospital. Sipes is being held without bond at the Trumbull County Jail. He's expected to be arraigned Tuesday in Common Pleas Court. A Trumbull County grand jury has declined to indict a Warren woman on a felonious assault charge. Dacia Woodall was accused of firing a shot near a woman during an argument on Commerce Avenue Northwest June 16th. Police say the women had been in a relationship and were breaking up when the argument turned physical. The victim told officers Woodall fired a shot toward her in a parking lot with a bullet striking the ground nearby. Officers found a spent shell casing at the scene. Domestic violence and aggravated menacing charges have been sent to Warren Municipal Court. Ohio's unemployment rate was 3.4% in July, down from 3.6% in June. Ohio's non-agricultural wage and salary employment increased 5,100 over the month to 5,690,000. The number of workers unemployed in Ohio in July was 200,000, down from 209,000 in June. The number of unemployed has decreased by 66,000 in the past 12 months. The July unemployment rate for Ohio decreased 1.1 percentage points from 4.5% in July 2025. U.S. unemployment rate for July was 4.1%, down from 4.2 in June, 4.3 last July. The labor force participation rate in Ohio in July was 61.4%, down from 61.6 in June. Vice President J.D. Vance returning to his hometown today to campaign at a steel plant where his grandfather worked. He'll speak at the Cleveland Cliffs Middletown Works facility. Vance aims to boost GOP candidates ahead of the midterm elections and promote the Trump administration's economic policies. He'll be joined by Energy Secretary Chris Wright. In a radio interview, Vance said the visit is personally meaningful due to his family connection. Vance plans to ramp up his travel schedule with more public events and fundraisers. This has been the Halftime News, brought to you by CSE Federal Credit Union. More football action next on the Q92 Sports Network.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Blue Streak Stadium. Halftime as the North Ridgeville band finishes up their halftime performance. And our score at the half, 14-0, Lake over North Ridgeville. We'll take a second. We'll take a look around the county. Keller, what's some of the scores we got?
Excuse me. All right, we'll start things off. Northwest 7, Alliance 0, 5:24 left in the half there. Dover 14, Glen Oak 7. That one's at halftime. Perry 28, Canton Central Catholic 7. Massillon 14, Glenville 6. 33 seconds remaining in the half there. North Canton Hoover 15, Akron Buchtel 0. McKinley 14, Harding 0, halftime. Marlington 7, Warrensville Heights 0. Garraway 7, Canton South 0. Louisville 3, New Philadelphia 0. I think I can get some other scores from the area as well. Some of them populate, some of them don't. I think that's all I got right now.
All right. No real surprises there, besides McKinley.
Yeah, I was really interested in that game to see how the Pups came out against Harding. I'm a little surprised, not because that McKinley is winning, that because Harding is struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expected more from.
I thought that'd be a closer one there, 14-0. Of course, weirder things have happened. That's a turnover away from, two quick scores and being all tied up. I mentioned Massillon there. They got Glenville tonight. That's obviously all eyes on that one. We mentioned earlier Ignatius and Avon played last night, and that was probably the game of the week, but followed close behind there. Massillon tonight for sure. Massillon and Glenville. Glenville always year in and year out loaded. Coach Ken and his staff can recruit and do recruit, and they have they don't use the term recruit, but they got it loaded.
Yeah.
Year in and year out, they got talent. This is probably the most talented Massillon roster in a number of years, including the state championship team.
Yeah, they're expected to do good things, but you can't live on expectations, and Coach Moore usually has those guys ready to go, so it'll be fun to watch them throughout the rest of the season, especially because they play kind of a national schedule, and they're all over the place.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
Mentioned,
Green 0, Indian Valley 6. That's one that I just saw.
That one's down at Indian Valley, right? They're
yes.
returning the favor.
Yeah.
Indian Valley came up to Green last year, so they're going back.
We do have some stats. These are stats that are based off of us calling the game and Caleb calling the game up here. So they're approximate. They're not 100% guaranteed. But total yards, 144 for the Blue Streaks, 69 for North Ridgeville, 66 passing for Lake, 78 rushing for Lake, 52 passing for North Ridgeville, 17 passing for the Rangers, 11 first downs for the Blue Streaks, 5 for the Rangers. And it says Lake hasn't had a third down conversion. They have 0% on third down conversions. Now that I think of it, I don't know
I
if
don't
they
remember one. We
don't either.
Now, I will tell you they had one, but the official said it was 4th and 1. So we're not going to give it to them. Blue Streaks with the 1 turnover, interception in the end zone, and the Rangers with 2 turnovers on downs. But pretty overall, all things considered, game 1, pretty clean first half, injury-wise and penalty-wise. So for the Blue Streaks, and Coach DeGeorge, you're in the locker room right now. I guarantee you Ty's getting some water and finally resting. But for that coaching staff, you got to be happy with the performance by Wyatt Jones so far. I mean, first game, he's managed it well, made the passes when he needed to, and he hasn't turned the ball over.
No, he's done really well. 5 of 8, 66 yards and a touchdown. He's done a great job with his decision making. It will go back to that rollout pass where he rolled out to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback. It's important to square your shoulders when you try to throw that, and he did a great job with that, rolling to his left and throwing to his left as a right-handed quarterback. And Coach DeGeorge was equally as excited, jumping up and down and high-fiving him as he ran past him. He's done everything he's needed to tonight to say, hey, listen, this is my team. Because as the quarterback, Ty DeGeorge is going to get a lot of the carries, but the quarterback is the leader, and I'm sure Ty is going to help him, take control of the offense and nurture into that leader. That only comes with experience, and I like what I saw from Lake in the first half. They've done a nice job. I don't know if I expected them to come out and just get a couple quick hitters, but they've maintained drives. They've done a nice job defensively. North Ridgeville, we talked, 30 people. They've graduated in 2 years. I thought for that, they've come out and they've looked okay too. They've struggled a little bit getting the running game going, and I think that's the biggest thing for them is they can't open up the passing game because they can't establish a run.
Yeah, for sure. I expect them to make some adjustments in the locker room. Coach Brian Morgan and that staff. Coach Morgan in his 6th season, 35-22. We haven't talked about it. He took over a program. Luke Durbin was a head coach. Things weren't going super well. At the end there, he took over this program that was 2-8. They went 3-7, 5-6, 8-4 his first 3 seasons, and then 9-3, 10-2. So he's turned it around, but now they're reloading, and so now you can kind of see how deep a program is as you lose that production. And they got a couple, I don't want to say easy ones, but some easier ones coming up the next couple weeks. So we'll see at Brush and North Royalton, and then they get to go to Avon. For their annual conference contest with a 2-time defending state champion. Meanwhile, Lake, after tonight, they will be back here tonight. We'll have that game on the FM, Q92. They will host Boardman next week. That should be a good one. We're excited to see. And then they go to Rocky River, and then they start the Federal League. They do open up with Perry and Glen Oak. They have their at Louisville. They kind of replaced Northwest with Louisville. And then they finish with Jackson, McKinley, Hoover, Green. So it is not an easy schedule for the Blue Streaks.
No. Once you get, the Federal League schedule is just a gauntlet every year, year in and year out. And, that part of the season, too, is when you're really your guys are starting to get injured. You're starting to face some adversity here and there. And it really shows what type of team and program you are at that point. But, I had read somewhere where they talked about the Louisville game will be this year and next year, and hopefully to continue that as it's the first time they've played since 2023.
Yeah. Well, 2 communities that are pretty close, pretty similar size school and makeup of the school as far as athletics and things like that, the sports that they offer. So you would think that it's a match that we like to see on the gridiron. 2 good football teams.
Yeah, new head coach over at Louisville as well.
They lost a lot as well.
They just need some stability at that football program. For like the last 6 years, I think they've had maybe 5 head coaches.
Yep.
It makes it hard to build that program. You talked about the head coach for North Ridgeville, Coach Morgan, building that program.
Yep.
Louisville hasn't had a guy in place long enough, and I understand why Kappas left. I don't blame him. He had a chance to go to the University of Mount Union and coach his alma mater. Why wouldn't you take that?
For sure.
I get that, but they just need that community needs some stability around the head coach of the football program.
Well, speaking of stability, you look at this Lake team. Coach DeGeorge, I could not believe it. This is his 14th season.
Yep. I think him and Coach Baum are tied for the longest tenured coaches in Stark County.
That is wild. Well,
I think DeMarco's.
Coach Moore can't be far behind him.
Yeah.
And Coach DeMarco. DeMarco was on this staff here at Lake for a season with Coach DeGeorge, and until that Northwest job opened up. That's been a traditionally good program.
Yeah.
Lots of good athletes have come through the Northwest Indians.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're retooling too, and that's in Stark County. Like we rebuild. They don't rebuild. They take a year and then they just retool, and it's so much fun to see year in and year out. And what I like to do, especially, you've been with us for a couple years now, Caleb, and seeing the guys who were the underclassmen the year before take that next step and see where their role and how they fit into the varsity program. A guy who's like on special teams. Now, it's his time to take over.
Yeah.
Do you want that light on?
Yeah, that'd be great. Coach DeGeorge, his 14th season, 1 losing season in those 14 years. 2020, they went 6-4, 5-5. 22, they went 12-2, 9-4, 7-5, 7-4. Are his last year 7-5, actually, I believe. But some stability.
Yeah.
And he, by the way, 14 years, he's still got a while to catch the guy that he replaced in Jeff Durbin, who I see they've named the scoreboard here at Blue Streak Stadium. Deservedly so, by the way. One of the top coaches in Stark County history who had 163 career wins.
Wow.
He retired before he got to the century mark on losses. I think that was intentional. But Coach DeGeorge, no, I don't. Coach DeGeorge himself up to 82 career wins.
Wow.
Sneaking up on that 100 mark there.
This is such a cool place to watch a game, too. I love stadiums to where you have to walk down to your seats.
Yep.
Where it's that you're like sitting on top of a bowl while you watch the game. It's a really, really beautiful
I've been coming
facility.
here since I was a kid, and I've always enjoyed coming to Blue Streak Stadium. They have always had competitive football teams. They have always run the ball well. And I had the opportunity to coach their all-time lean rusher, Matt Blasiola, when I was at Malone. And they've had A.J. Workman and Jimmy Luther and guy after guy. They've had good football teams and hard-nosed rushing teams. And so
that's what
tradition.
I was talking to Coach DeGeorge before the game, and I was like, hey, I love the makeup of your team this year. And I go, you always find a way to put a hard-nosed, gritty team out onto the field. And they are. Every single play, they're bound and determined to go out and be the more physical team every single week. And I love that from him. And they take after Coach DeGeorge. I mean, his mentality and his physicality just walks around. You know, you can tell he just wants to run out there and do it again. And he's got his kids wired that way, and it's awesome out here.
Coach DeGeorge himself, a heck of a football player, all-time lean rusher in Malone football history.
It'll never be broken.
It will never be broken. I think I told you that earlier this week. He has a record that cannot be touched. Well, speaking of tradition.
Tell that to me. Sorry, I stole your joke,
you're good.
Caleb.
You're good, but we are excited on the Q92 Sports Radio Network. We will once again be broadcasting Mount Union football.
Yeah.
And Mount Union will be on AM 1310 WDPN as they kick off September 5th at 1 o'clock, as they got a huge contest in week 1 as they take on Wheaton.
Yeah.
And so catch up on the Purple Raiders all season long on AM 1310 WDPN and on the AM 1310 Facebook and X pages.
And next Thursday, we've got college football, too, even before that kicks off.
We are on the Q92 Sports Network. New this year, we're excited. We will be broadcasting the Walsh Cavaliers, and so we're proud to bring Walsh University football, brought to you by Berry Cheese. Listen to Cavalier football all season long on the Q92 Sports Facebook, YouTube, and X pages.
And their first 5 games are going to be on our AM station, AM 1310 WDPN, as well as the Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. So you'll be able to catch the first 5 Walsh games terrestrial and on our streaming sites. Their next 6 games, because they have 11 games this year.
Yep.
Their next 6 games will be on Facebook, YouTube, and X. But, yeah, we're super excited to bring Walsh University onto the Q92 Sports Network to go with the Purple Raiders and look forward to that partnership with them. And
Coach Fink and the Cavaliers open up next Thursday. You mentioned they'll take on West Liberty at 7 p.m.
He was a student teacher when I was at, or a student coach when I was at Walsh, or graduate assistant.
Fankhauser, yep.
Yeah, he was.
He was the grounds crew guy for a number of years. Has been on the staff under Coach Dennison, who we lost this offseason.
He was my coach when I was at Walsh.
Coach D?
Yeah.
What a guy.
PMA, positive mental attitude.
Positive mental attitude. I may have been a Malone guy, but always had respect for Jim Dennison. Fred Thomas, D coordinator there for a number of years, came over and was our head coach.
Yeah, he was my D coordinator when I was there.
The last ever coach at Malone.
Wow.
And
you think they'll ever bring that program back?
Don't get me started.
It's a sore subject. My bad.
I'll just say this: I worked at Malone until 2020. They cut football in 2019. So.
Oh man.
I chose to leave, but I love what I do now. But yeah, I don't know. Walsh connection here. Lachlan Baker, the free safety for Lake. His dad was a DB for the Cavaliers back in the day.
Nice.
I'm sure there's some more too, but I ran into him this week.
Hey, this whole area, Stark County, there's so much football history and so much football tradition, and we talk around the office and stuff, and you say a name, and they're like, "Oh, is that so and so?" And their kids are starting to come through, and then you're going to start seeing the kids' kids come through, and you love seeing the family names and the tradition. And
I just saw in the hallway here the Lake Hall of Fame. And I saw several names that I see here on my depth chart today, because their dads were All-American type players for Lake. We mentioned their tradition, some state runs back in the early 2000s and 2010s. I mean, they've had Number of athletes, number of years. So some out-of-town scores for you. Garfield Heights 21, Canfield 3.
Wow.
Youngstown Youngstown 6, Boardman 3. Not sure who the Youngstown is. Is that Ursuline?
Boardman, Ursuline? No, Ursuline's playing somebody else to start off.
It just says Youngstown. So the whole city of Youngstown has 6.
Oh, that's Youngstown.
Oh, yeah, because they combine schools.
They combine Cheney and somewhere else.
Yes.
And,
so it is the whole city of Youngstown.
It is the whole city
They're
of
up
Youngstown.
6-3 on Boardman.
Someone that's the guest on the Sam Berkwin show today had mentioned keep an eye out on that Youngstown team because they've got, with the combination of the schools, they got a lot
some
of athletes.
Yeah, for sure. United 14, Minerva 7, Poland 10, Salem 7, and Mooney 27, Mentor Lake Catholic nothing at the half.
I think Ursuline was playing St. Francis de Sales.
Is that who it was?
I think it was, yeah.
Gotcha.
That program, too. Who knows what's going on over there?
I can't keep track there.
No.
Revolving door at head coach. And
well, you hear stories about
it's a revolving door of players. And you know what? So many things change, and yet at the end of the day, Masslin's good, Hoban's good, Avon's good,
Eds
is good. I guarantee you Whitmer's got talent, and St. X, and
Toledo Central
Catholic,
yep.
and on and on and on. Well, all that.
That seemed like a really long halftime.
It did. We had to really, we were going to the bottom of the barrel of our stuff there. All that saying, we are ready for the second half. Braden Talkington, number 6, the senior for the Blue Streaks, will have it teed up. And now it's getting dark. It's really going to be hard for me to read these jersey numbers. It's been Flusher, so we'll see who's back there. As Lake will kick it off, and Allison will take it at the 5-yard line. He'll get up 15, 20, make some guys miss, dancing around. He's to the 25, spin, and he'll get stood up and pushed back, and they'll give him forward progress to the 26-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ranger offense as they come out to start the second half. 11:50 left to go, and we'll see the adjustments that Coach Morgan and Braden Harrison and company made at halftime.
Yeah, that was a great effort on that kick return as well. And we mentioned it earlier about seeing some of their skill guys in open space, man. The Lake defense has done a good job of containing that because
they can
I don't
move.
want to see them with open green in front of them.
For sure. We've seen Dutta and both Allisons make some moves. So here we go. Harrison in the pistol. Flusher's back behind him. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line, and it's going to be a handoff to Flusher, and he's going to be chopped down. And right at the line of scrimmage, it's going to be no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Again, the middle of the Blue Streak defensive line there, getting into the backfield and making the stop.
Prebanek did a good job coming up and making the tackle on that play, but again, another low snap that rolled back and threw off the timing of the handoff.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that. One thing I would anticipate as an adjustment is some practice snaps on the sideline. Here they go in the pistol again. And I won't even say it anymore. I'll tell you when it's not low. But he gets the completion. It looks like it's to Allison. He's going to get up to the 34-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, nice little comeback route to put them in a position for 3rd and short. A little bit high, but again, he's rushing to get rid of that pass because he's got to scoop down and one-hop it. But a great job on 2nd down to put him in 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, people don't realize, if you only got 3 seconds in the pocket and one of it's used to recollect the ball, that really puts you behind the 8 ball. They try a hard count. Blue Streak stay put. Here's the snap. Harrison flicks it back to Allison. Allison's going to try to get to the edge. And we're going to see where he spots it. They're going to give him the 1st down. Another generous spot. It's going to be up to the 36-yard line. And that'll be enough for a Ranger 1st down.
Yeah, a little swing route over in the left flat. Gave the receiver an opportunity to catch it moving forward. And at that point, it's going to be hard to stop him from picking up the 2 yards needed for the 1st down. So nice draw-up play on the opening drive of the second half for North Ridgeville.
So 1st and 10. 10:31 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Ball is going to be at the 37-yard line. Harrison, he fumbles the snap, picks it back up. He's not going to let it go. And Good coverage there by number 2, Markel Skillerin, and did a good job. He was all over him, but not making contact, if that makes sense. He was covering him like a blanket, and the pass incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was textbook defense on the edge. He had his arm up like he was defending with the ball, and that was preventing the receiver from getting around the side of him. A great job there. But again, that snap bounced twice before the quarterback even picked it up off the ground. We'll watch and see, because now the center, he's nervous.
Yeah. Another thing that happened there, the safety faked like he was going for the pick, and the receiver got all turned around. So here we go. 2nd down. Handoff is going to go to Cole Allison. He's going to make a guy miss. He's going to get to the outside, and he will get to the 37-yard line before Braden Talkington and Mitch Wise are there to pull him down. And it'll be 3rd and 9 from the Ranger 38-yard line.
It's great pursuit defensively from all of Lake. He was able to get by one defender, but he was still in the backfield. And then he had the pursuit from the rest of the defense coming over and making the tackle after a gain of 1.
Yeah, Mitch Wise there from the weak side came across and finished up the tackle. So 3rd and 9. We've seen this many times. Here goes Harrison. He's going to fire it up, and the catch is made, but he did not stay in bounds. It was intended for Jacob Stout, and it is incomplete. So now we'll see what Coach Morgan does. They went for it all 3 times in the first half, but I think we're going to see the punt unit on 4th and 9 from their own 38-yard line. 9:36 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. We have not seen the punter yet today.
This will be our first chance to see Ty DeGeorge, see if they kick away from him and kick it to Andrew Johnson instead. He's back deep.
And it's going to go to neither of them, but Johnson's going to pick it up at the 23-yard line. He gets up to the right side, and he'll get to the 30, where the Blue Streaks will start their first drive of the second half. They're going to mark it at the Blue Streak 29-yard line. We have 9:27 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Blue Streaks 14, Rangers nothing. And we'll stay here on the Q92 Sports Radio Network. Once again, we thank all of our sponsors: CSC Federal Credit Union, the Charchone Auto Group, RG Drag, to name some of them. Blue Streaks 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Wyatt Jones in the shotgun, empty backfield. Got motion from DeGeorge. It's going to go to DeGeorge. He's going to make a guy miss. He's got nowhere to go. Now he cuts it back. He's going to get to the 30-yard line. They're going to give him a gain of 1. And 14. That's going to be Sam Kaufman who makes the tackle for the Rangers. It's going to be 2nd and 9 at the 30.
Yeah, good pursuit from the defense from North Ridgeville there, trying to bottle up Ty DeGeorge. We're going to start to see some of these adjustments from halftime and how North Ridgeville responds.
Jones in the pistol, 2 guys to the near side, 1 guy up top. Got an H-back who's leading the way. Handoff is going to go to DeGeorge, and he's shot out of a cannon, 35, 40, 45, and he'll be down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 16 yards for Ty DeGeorge, and a Blue Streak first down.
Yeah, it's nice that they're switching up the offense too. Coach DeGeorge comes out, and the first half a lot of RPO, and this time they just went boom, straight handed it off to him right up the gut. There was no misdirection or anything, and by that time DeGeorge had a head of steam.
DeGeorge down on the sideline, getting stretched out for a cramp, so they'll go Jones in the pistol, empty backfield. He's got 2 guys to his left, H-back, and 2 guys to the right. 22 Baker in motion. It's going to be a keeper by Jones. He's going to make a guy miss. He's going to cut, and he's going to get across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 for Wyatt Jones, and that'll leave 2nd and 4.
Making really smart decisions with the football. Again, nothing there, so he kept it himself, and nice patient run, and didn't try to do too much. That's what I'm liking about what I'm seeing here today. His first start, you don't want to try to do too much, and right now he's played a great game for his first start.
For sure. 2 Blue Streaks down to our side. Single man up top. in the pistol formation with Baker behind him. It's going to be a handoff to Baker, and he's going to dance around. He'll get to the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4, or a long 3, as we got 7:20 left to play here in the third quarter. 14-0 Lake. Billiter will check in. Baker will come out. I haven't seen George. He's standing next to Dad, so they'll go 3rd down. It'll be Jones. Billiter behind him, along with Aaron Mitchell. 3rd and a long 3. Inside of 7 minutes. It's going to be a handoff to Mitchell. He's going to go left side, and he's going to get across to the 44-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a Blue Streak first down.
Man, great push from the offensive line there, too, to make a big hole. They drove the defensive front for North Ridgeville back to give him an opportunity to get to that second level and pick up the first down. Real nice play design and good effort from that offensive line.
Left side, Ben Brown, a junior, Landon Hoover, a senior, and Mitchell just followed them. He needed 4, he got 5, and it's a Blue Streak first down. 6:44 left to play here in the third quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Heavy to the left, it's going to be Jones on a keeper. He's going to get down to the 42 and progress to the 41. Gain of 3 for Wyatt Jones on the quarterback keeper.
I've liked this drive so far from the Blue Streaks. There's no sense of urgency. It's a nice, calm, collected, patient drive. They're taking what the defense is giving them. I really like what the Blue Streaks offense has done here. They've kind of slowed the game down, and I don't know if it's purposeful or if that was the intent, but it seems to have really worked.
Billiter will check out. DeGeorge will check in. He'll be lined up behind Jones in the pistol. And it's going to go to DeGeorge, and he's going to get hit immediately, but he's moving forward, keeps the legs turning. He gets to the 39-yard line. Another gain of 3, and that'll leave 3rd and 3 for the Blue Streak offense.
Yeah, it's perfect. 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards.
Yeah. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Woody Hayes would be happy.
Just keep picking, just keep trucking down the field. I imagine after the last couple plays have been runs up the middle, maybe a play action, or, I mean, you could just go right back to it and see what you get. I mean, you're in that position of the field, too, where you're not going to punt. You're going to go for it no matter what at this point.
Billiter and Lippy check in. Lippy will come in as an H-back on the left side. They're going to go heavy formation, tight. DeGeorge in the backfield with Jones, and the ball it's a bad snap. I think they're going to get a false start.
That was the beanbag.
Oh, that was the beanbag okay. So it was a fumble, and Wyatt Jones fell on top of it, so that leaves 4th and 9, and I think Coach DeGeorge is going to send out the punt team. Lachlan Baker, the punter, is out.
And it looked like the snap kind of caught the tail pad on the center, and it kind of just did a thwomp and fell right down.
I think DeGeorge didn't even notice that it was down, and all of a sudden it was like a fire situation. They all jump on top of it. So here goes Baker. He's standing at the Ranger 44-yard line. 4:35 left to play. He gets it off. Good punt, end over end. It's going to hit at the 9-yard line, and it's going to bounce into the end zone. Didn't get the spin that he wanted, so it's going to be a touchback, and the Rangers will start their second drive of the second half at the 20-yard line. 4:27 left to play here at Blue Streak Stadium. 14-0, Lake with the lead over North Ridgeville. Well, Keller, we saw some adjustments from North Ridgeville their last drive out. They're going to have to keep that up. They're trying to get to their skilled guys, get it out of the quarterback quick. But again, the bad snaps, it messes with the timing.
Yeah, I mean, that's been, I think, the biggest thing on the offensive side for the Rangers is just the inability to get the football back to the quarterback in time. All these plays are based off of timing. Where your receiver's at on the 3-step drop is important, and they've been all out of whack. So we'll see if they can kind of iron things out here on this drive.
All right, so here is Harrison and North Ridgeville. He's going to hand it off to Flesher. Flesher's going to get across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Nice run of 6 there on first down.
Yeah, they found a way to be able to run the football a little bit on this defense in the second half. So whatever adjustments they made on the offensive side with running the football have worked. They're just so one-dimensional right now.
2nd and 3 from the 37-yard line. 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Harrison in the pistol. Dutta in motion, and it's going to go to Flesher. He's going to take a hit but keep moving, and he'll go down at the 30-yard line, and they're going to give him the first down. So it'll be a Ranger first down as they get to the 30. Nice hard run there by the junior Matthew Flesher.
Do you feel like all the energy in this game has been like sucked out somehow?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking down and all the fans are seated.
Like it's got real quiet and
they partied too hard during the halftime show, I guess. So, all right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Harrison looks to pass. He'll swing it out to Allison. Allison will catch it at the 30, and he'll get to the 33 before he's knocked out of bounds by Lachlan Baker and Brandon Talkington.
I like this too. If they're going hurry up here, they're getting to the line of scrimmage. If you're North Ridgeville, you found something that's working against this defense, I'd go hurry up too.
So they're going to be given 4 yards on that. 2nd and 6. Ridgeville right back to the line. Harrison in the pistol. Takes it. Low snap. Flips it to Flesher. Flesher spun around, but he's still moving. He gets to the 39 to the 40-yard line, and he's wanting a face mask. It did look like someone was holding him up top, but it actually might have been his own guy. But he got to the 40-yard line, which is going to be enough for a first down for North Ridgeville. Their second of this drive, and just like that, 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. That most sustained drive we've seen from North Ridgeville so far.
Yeah, they found something. They're taking advantage of it right now.
They're right back to the line. They're ready to go. Here goes Harrison, and this ball, the snap goes behind him, and Lake's in the backfield. That's going to be Humphrey. Harrison's on top of it. There's a number of guys. I think Ridgeville's going to keep it. And
was covered up by number 12.
Cassetto was back there. Laska for North Ridgeville, along with Simon Humphrey from the Blue Streaks. When it's all said and done, it's going to be a loss of 10, and it'll be 2nd and 20 from the North Ridgeville 30-yard line, and that's going to be Noah Cassetto, who was on top of that at the end there, and he's holding his leg, and we'll get the training staff. So with 2:18 left to play here in the third quarter, it's the Lake Blue Streaks 14, North Ridgeville Rangers nothing. And we will take a quick break on the Q92 Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Rodney Newenswonder with Home Appliance Company in Massillon, Ohio. At Home Appliance, our is here to help you make the right appliance decision for your home. If it can be fixed, we'll help you fix it. If it's time for something new, we'll help you find the right appliance for your home and your budget. The next time you need appliance service or you're ready to replace one that's beyond repair, we'd love to welcome you to Home Appliance Company in Massillon, Ohio.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, well, I don't think that was a cramp, but I do know that in some other games in the area, they're well into preseason or early season cramp form, I've been told. So we've been fortunate so far here. Sam and I did Warrensville Height and Marlington in week 1 last year, and we had a tally, and we were well in the double digits on cramp. So coming out of it, 2nd and 20 after that big loss. And here goes Harrison, quick pass out to Dutta. Dutta's going to get to the 32, and that's all he's going to get. The Blue Streak defense was ready for it. And that's 6, Talkington with the hit.
Talkington was over on the sideline.
Oh, is it 5?
Yeah.
So number 5, Mitch Wise with the hit on that. So it's going to be 3rd and 16 as they have the ball at the 34-yard line. A minute and a half left to go here in the third quarter. Harrison is in the pistol. Flesher is behind him, trying to get a read on the Blue Streak D-line. Now the snap, he's going to fire it on the left side. He's got a guy, and it's caught. It's going to be Mason Allison to the 20, 15, 10, and knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
Quarterback finally had a chance to throw and threw a beautiful pass down the left sidelines. The defender for Lake, now we've got
it's tied to George, who was the safety on that play over top, and he down with the cramp. He could just not catch up on that, but the corner got turned around, and he was open. The Blue Streaks are actually fortunate that it was a little bit underthrown because the receiver broke stride. Otherwise, he might be in the end zone right now. It is tied to George. That's down. He was trying to get over to the sideline, and Dad/coach said, go down, go down. So with a minute 18 left here in the third quarter, North Ridgeville is going to be inside the Blue Streak 10-yard line. They're going to be at the 7. First and goal after the long pass play. I'm not great at math, but I think it was 42 yards if my Canton City education helps me out there. And so they're going to have their first real shot at the end zone here. See if AI can help me out with how long that was. Doesn't tell me yet. Let's look. Glenville took the opening kick of the second half back for a touchdown and missed the 2-point conversion. 17-12. Tigers over the Tar Brothers. Glen-Oaks scored. Jamal Hull, 17 yards, 14-14, tied up with Dover. All right, we're going to have first and goal from the 6. 1:18 left to play. Dutta and Allison are wide to the right. Mason Allison wide to the left. And it's going to be a handoff to Flesher. He's shaking and baking, and he's going to go nowhere. The Lake defense was ready for him. No gain, and it's going to be second and goal from the 7.
Lippy with pressure in the backfield did a good job getting through and causing confusion, and then the rest of the Lake defense right there to pick things up for no gain on the play.
Stout is going to come here near side along with Cole Allison. Mason Allison and Gus Dutta are going to be up top. Flesher in the backfield. And now Dutta's going to go in motion. And it's going to be, he's going to throw it over the middle and overthrows his guy. That was Cole Allison, who had a step on the defender. But he threw that one through the uprights, and so it's going to be third and goal for the Blue Streak defense.
Yeah, Lake did something a little different that time. They didn't really bring pressure. They dropped everyone back into coverage and wanted to see how that quarterback did reading the field. And Lake's defense and secondary did a fantastic job there, forcing the high throw and a big third down for the Blue Streaks defense. And for North Ridgeville, this is the first time they've been inside the red zone all game. This is a big play for this young team.
We've seen the Blue Streaks get lots of pressure. They really haven't blitzed the outside backers at all. I wouldn't be surprised if they send some here. It's 3rd and 6. 3rd and goal from the 6, I should say, and North Ridgeville is going to take a timeout. This is a huge play if you're North Ridgeville, down 14-0, 34 seconds left in the third quarter, and so they're going to take some time to think about it. For the Blue Streaks there, we did see Talkington and Prinovic come down on the edges there and show pressure, but we'll see what they did. That last play you mentioned, they showed that with Humphrey, and he stayed out in the flat, which I think messed with the timing of Harrison a little bit, although he had a guy in the back of the end zone, but he threw it high.
Yeah, this is a big third down here for both teams because if you're North Ridgeville, this puts you right back into the ball game. You got a quarter and 34 seconds remaining. It's anybody's ball game, and this third quarter has been it's been weird. It's been like slow paced. You could hear a pin drop out here.
Yeah.
The crowd hasn't really been into it. There haven't been really any big plays. It's been 3 yards and a tackle.
If you're Lake, you got to watch the run too. It's 3rd and 6, but they're not going to kick a field goal here. It doesn't help them.
Watch the quarterback draw. We've seen him be able to move through the defensive line.
All right, they're going to go empty. Here goes Harrison. They're going to flick it to Allison. He's trying to get to the outside, and the Blue Streaks were not fooled, and they pushed him out of bounds at the 5-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and goal for the Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers are lucky they didn't get a holding penalty on that play either. The right side defensive end, I think that was Bittler, or Bilter, who was on that far side, looked like he got held up, but the rest of the pursuit defense able to come through, force him out of bounds.
We've seen that play 3 times now where they fake a handoff, and then the X-man, or they call him the money man, kind of comes through. He gets it flicked to him, but the Blue Streaks weren't fooled there. So here we go, 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. Here goes Harrison, and pressure. He's going to fire a guy in the back of the end zone, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. Gus Dutta with the 5-yard touchdown reception as Braden Harrison stood in there, took a hit, and fired it in. Touchdown.
He did a great job stepping up in the pocket there, reading the defense, trying to figure out when his guys were going to cross. It was a slow developing play, stepping up in the pocket, doing a nice job. Just too many crossers there for the Lake defense, a little bit of confusion, and North Ridgeville is right back into this ball game.
You know, they took advantage. They went right in the middle of the field. Tyda George was not out there. They don't have their strong safety, and that's exactly where they exploited on that play. You get guys moving, throw some confusion, and so they get the 5-yard touchdown pass. Ridgeville will line it up, and 85, who is A.J. Benson Jackson, will push it through the uprights, and just like that, we got ourselves a ball game. With 22 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, it's the Blue Streaks 14, Rangers 7. You see Tyda George still trying to get stretched out and do some runs here on the sideline. Now joining the team in the huddle. We'll see if he goes back for a kick return. The Rangers avoided him on the opening kickoff as they squibbed it. So we'll see what they do here. There's only 10 guys in the huddle for the Blue Streaks right now. Here comes 11 and 12. So now they'll have to figure out. Now they got the right number. 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Blue Streaks and the Rangers. Lake will get lined up for the kickoff. It is going to be 22, Lachlan Baker, and 21, Mac Crespo, and 23, Andrew Johnson. All back on the back end of the Blue Streak kickoff return team. It'll be 85, A.J. Benson Jackson lining it up for the Rangers.
Whoa. Set to kick it off for the Rangers. Marlington 55, Warrensville Heights 0.
That does not surprise me.
Wow.
Warrensville Heights was the major aggressor in the Cramp Fest last year. But the quarterback for Marlington, he was a true freshman last year, and I'm expecting him to turn the corner a little bit. He gets Cam Evanich back. He's got another good receiver on the outside there. I think Marlington's going to be better. I don't know if they're that good, but they'll be better. All right, so here we go. Kickoff. It's going to be taken by Johnson. He's going to get, no, it's Lachlan Baker, excuse me. He gets the 15, 17. He'll be taken down by a host of people at the 22. It was Johnson. I was right. Overcorrected myself. So Johnson's down at the 21. That's where Lake will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. 16 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Got some more score updates for you. Dover 14, Glen Oak 14. Poland 17, Salem 14. Indian Valley 30, Green 6. Massillon 17, Glenville 12, and McKinley was up 20-0 over Warren Harding.
I think Glen Oak and Green are going to have a tough year in the Federal League. That's what I think.
Yes.
All right, here goes to George. He's going to take it to the right side, makes a guy miss, cuts, kind of hurdles over a guy, and he's going to get up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 9 for Tyda George, and it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Blue Streaks.
You kind of feel like he's getting ready to break a big one here. Nice bounce to the outside. Again, great vision from him, and he's just like 1.5 steps away from breaking a big run.
All right, well, that is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter with 1 quarter left to play and 12 minutes separating between the winner here. It's Lake Blue Streaks 14, North Ridgeville Rangers 7. We'll take a break here on the Q92 Sports Radio Network.
Tired of rising gas prices and the cost of vehicle maintenance? Let SARTA do the driving for you. Whether you're heading to work, school, shopping, or a doctor's appointment, SARTA offers safe, reliable, and affordable transportation throughout Stark County. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride while we handle the road. Plus, with convenient routes and easy trip planning, getting where you need to go has never been easier. Ride smart, ride SARTA. Visit SARTAonline.com and get moving today.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
We're back at Blue Streak Stadium. Listen to the Sam Berkwin Show live daily from 3 to 6 on AM 1310 WDPN and live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages as well as the Q92 YouTube channel. Back here at Blue Streak Stadium, Jones is going to hand it off to DeGeorge. He's going to get across the 35 to the 36-yard line. That's enough for a Blue Streak first down. And we start to see a healthy dose of run up the middle from the Lake offense. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
Yeah, just straight right up the gut run for DeGeorge and the Blue Streaks. Leading by 7. I imagine they're going to see a healthy dose of as they go empty.
Yeah, healthy dose of
empty.
Here's an empty. All right, Jones, he's going to take it himself. Lead block there from Baker. He's going to get to the 40 to the 42-yard line. Nice run there by the quarterback, Wyatt Jones, on the right side. And a nice trap block there. I actually don't think it was 24, Jacoby Blosser. A nice trap block, the tight end. And that got a couple extra yards for Jones, gain of 8. And it'll be 2nd and 2 from the 43-yard line.
Gain of 7 on the play makes it 2nd down and 3.
Blue Streak's going to go 2 to the left. Tight end on the far near side. Jones, handoff to DeGeorge. He gets hit immediately, and he's not going to go anywhere. He's backed up, and a handful of Rangers are there. 25, 27, Aiden Hughes are there to meet him. 21, Pierre Greenhill. And it's going to be a loss of 3. A loss of 1, excuse me. So it'll be 3rd and 4 from the 42-yard line. 10:30 left to play here in the 4th quarter.
Makes it 3rd down and 4.
What are you going here on 3rd down?
Probably just a little slant route or a comeback. They like the outside to the sidelines too.
Well, it's going to be a quarterback run. He's going to make a guy miss. 50, 45, 40. He gets to the 35, 30, down to the 32-yard line. Wyatt Jones with the quarterback keeper, and a big first down for the Lake offense.
And that's why I'm up here, because that was a great play call from Coach DeGeorge. North Ridgeville had the same idea that they had the same idea I did, that they were going to throw a little out or a slant.
Empty on our side, and the free safety rolled to the Rangers sideline, and so when he went quarterback draw there, that was a perfect play call by Coach DeGeorge. And a gain of 22, and it'll be 1st down and 10 from the Ranger 26-yard line with 9:45 left to play here at Blue Streak Stadium. Jones, he's going to hand it off. He's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself, and he's spun down in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 1. Loss of 2 they're going to give him, and so it'll be 2nd and 12 from the 28-yard line.
That was the play they ran earlier where the defensive end came down and we said he should have pulled it. That time he should not have pulled it because he kept it and the defensive end was right there in his face.
So Jones gets the call from Coach DeGeorge, gets it into the huddle, and they break, and here we go. 2nd and 12, under 9 minutes. Hard count from Jones. He's going to take it. Quick throw. And crowd's not happy about that late hit. It didn't. Oh, that's why I'm not an official. I don't want to make that call. Pass was intended for Cole Lannerman. It was too high. He couldn't rein it in. And as he was going down without the ball, he took a hit from the safety, Sam Kaufman. and Javon Harris were both there. We've already seen Javon Harris get a personal foul today.
I would have thrown it. I'd have thrown the flag on that one. But, I mean.
You heard what the Blue Streak fans wanted. 8:49 left to play. It's going to be 3rd and 12 from the 28-yard line. And the Blue Streaks are going to have to call timeout. They're down to 2 on the play clock, and that's exactly what Coach DeGeorge will do. So 8:49 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Chance for Lake to collectively catch their breath and draw up a play here at 3rd and 12. You got 2 plays here for first down. Probably not kicking it from here. Maybe you are. I haven't seen how good their kicker is. He was hitting some pregame. So we'll see. You'd have to think that they're going to try and get part of it here. Xavier Owens with the 40-yard touchdown run. Massillon 24, Glenville 12. Fun one for Clint and Mike to do on Q92 Sports Radio Network tonight.
Yeah, Mike's being initiated with Massillon and Glenville.
Yeah.
His first game with us tonight.
I know that Massillon, lots of money put into their stadium this season. This
scoreboard.
offseason. Yeah, huge scoreboard. They're just trying to keep up with Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. But what a cool atmosphere at Massillon there when you get there.
They got a long way to go with that press box.
Well, yeah. All right, here we go. 3rd and 12. Jones rolls, finds, he's got a guy, and it's complete down to the 9-yard line. Cole Lanterman with the reception and a huge first down for the Blue Streaks as that keeps the drive alive, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 7-8-yard line. They just finally spotted it.
Shout out to Theodore Madsen and Landon Hoover. Great job blocking there, giving their young quarterback an opportunity to step up and make a really strong throw in the pocket.
Absolutely. We've seen this when they get down in the red zone. So they're going to go everyone in the box. It's going to go right to the George. He's going to go to the 5, to the 4, to the 3, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Streaks.
Individual effort right there. He got into the 2nd level, and then all of a sudden it turned into team effort where the rest of his team started pushing him into the end zone. A great run and a great team effort for the Blue Streaks to give themselves that cushion with 8:19 left.
You know, we've talked about him being the X factor. It's plays like that. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage, and just effort, and some help from your friends into the end zone, and it's 20-7 Blue Streaks as Talkington lines it up for the extra point. And the kick is, it's a fire. He's going to have to get out of there. It's 21, Mac Crespo. It didn't look like a bad snap. I don't know if that was designed or not, but he got out of there and was rolling and nowhere to go. So when it's all said and done, the extra point is no good. And so with 8:19 left to play, but Blue Streaks 20, North Ridgeville 7. Looks like Hoover's taking care of Bookdole 32-0. Perry over Central Catholic 35-7. Dover just took the lead over Glen Oak 22-14. McKinley, is that 20-0?
Yeah.
I have a really nice scoreboard here at Lake, but the font's a little too small for me on the score. I can read the teams just fine. The score is a little smaller. Well, the crowd's alive now. What a great atmosphere we talked about. Lake, such a cool stadium as you come down in this bowl. And they're hoping for good things this season from Coach DeGeorge and the Lake Blue Streaks. Tonight, 20-7 with the lead. Braden Talkington will get it lined up. Gus Dutta and Cole Allison are back to return for the Rangers. Talkington, the approach, the kick. It's going to be end over end, and it's going to be caught at the 3-yard line. He's up to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 27-yard line. He's finally brought down by the Blue Streaks, and that's where North Ridgeville will take over with 8:13 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Blue Streaks up 20-7. That was Mason Allison with the return. Crespo, who was the holder on that extra point, is the guy that made the tackle there on the kickoff. Ridgeville will take over at the 27-yard line. Braden Harrison and company. 1st and 10. After scoring on their last drive, they're looking to repeat that and stay with the Blue Streaks, and pass is incomplete. Immediate pressure. They were trying to get the screen pass there, but Aaron Mitchell was not fooled, and it hit him in his lap. He couldn't bring it in. Simon Humphrey was back there as well, and it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Josh Lippy was first to get through the line, and he had both hands up in front of the quarterback's face, and as the quarterback threw it, it bounced right off of Lippy's hands and into his teammate's lap.
Yeah, Mitchell was not expecting it. Humphrey was back there, and so 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. Here goes Harrison. Quick fire. That's going to go to Stout, and it's going to be complete at the 37-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Rangers.
I mean, when they're in time, they've played really well. That time it was a good snap. His back foot hit on that 3-step drop. Ball was out of his hands. Nice throw, good completion, first down.
Yeah, if you're Coach Morgan, you got to be encouraged because you can fix the snaps and everything else is there. Well, here's another bad snap, and he is drilled by Braden Talkington. He gets it outside, though, to Cole Allison, who was able to do something with it. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard, but Braden Harrison took a shot. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Rangers.
Not only are they low snapping, they're given lookout blocks because they came through without being touched. So a little misconfusion on the offensive line. I think that is a real point of emphasis for North Ridgeville.
2nd and 9, Harrison in the pistol. We haven't seen Flesher yet on this drive. And once again, the Blue Streaks in. He's hit, and it's going to be kind of what are they going to say here? They're going to say incomplete pass. All right. He was caught by an offensive lineman, kind of.
If he caught it, it would have been illegal touching.
Which I think he realized as he was going down, and he kind of dropped the ball. Like, oops, I didn't do that. But 33, Josh Lippy, once again, immediately to the quarterback and hit his arm as he was throwing. And it's going to be 3rd and 9. And we got an official's timeout. They don't like the spot. They're going to switch out the balls. All right, now we got the right ball. We got the right spot. We got 3rd and 9. 7:38 left to play here from Hartville. Braden Harrison is, and now in another official stoppage. They're going to reset the play clock, I believe. They'll go to 25. There we go. Now we got it. So Harrison's in the shotgun, but has a guy behind him. So, or a deep pistol, if you will. Third and 9. You can hear the Blue Streak faithful on their feet. And here we go. He got his guy. It's going to be Mason Allison. He's going to get to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 16-yard line as the D lineman Simon Humphrey finally got there. But a gain of 43 as Cole Allison went up and got it on a big 3rd down conversion from the Ranger offense.
Yeah, Lake brought a lot of pressure that time, and it left the secondary a little bit weak. Allison was able to find the weak spot, turned around, and the ball was on him, and then a slip from the defender, and off to the races he goes.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line for the Ranger offense. Harrison with Flesher behind him. He's going to immediately get it outside to Dutta, or Mason Allison. Allison is wrapped up, and he's brought down immediately by Simon Humphrey. And that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12.
And that's just the effort plays right there. That's the backside pursuit coming over, trying to find the football. You don't see guys standing around on the defensive side for the Blue Streaks. They're always running to the football.
Elias Humphrey is a defensive end. I haven't seen him line up at the D end yet. But Nice play there. So 2nd and 12 from the 17. This snaps over to the left, and it's going to be complete. It's like Dutta. He's going to get down to the 5-yard line. That was a quick slant. In lots of traffic there. It was hard to see who came down with the football, but when it's all said and done, it's a first down for the Rangers. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
That was a fantastic throw. From where I was sitting, it went through 3 defenders and hit his receiver right in the chest. That was a heck of a pass and catch right there for North Ridgeville to put them in the red zone on the 5.
So 6:25 left to play. 1st and goal from the 5 as North Ridgeville, they'll snap it right from the middle of the field. Braden Harrison hands off to Flesher. Flesher on the left side, and he's into the end zone for a North Ridgeville touchdown. It makes the guy miss and finds Pater, and just like that, it is 20-13 as North Ridgeville moves within a score. 6:10 left to play from Blue Street Stadium.
Just a zone run play over the left-hand side. I mean, a hole wide open, and walked into the end zone. That's a good drive from them, but you figure their 2 touchdowns have come off of 2 broken, long pass plays that you had the defender fall basically on each of them.
Yep. Well, that's how football is going to work. You're going to have the ebbs and flows. Benton Jackson's kick is up, and it is good. And so with 6:10 left to play, it is the Blue Streaks 20, North Ridgeville 14. As now Lake will look to answer. If you're Coach DeGeorge, you're looking to do 2 things here. You're looking to get first downs and keep the clock running.
And they got to watch now, too. Special teams playing into here.
Yep.
You know, it's a 6-point game now. North Ridgeville is able to get another score and kick the extra point. Then
that extra point may come back to haunt the Blue Streaks. So Lake, kickoff return, is going to head out there. We have seen it all so far tonight. Broken plays, turnovers, penalties, even a little field maintenance. Scoreboard's down. And when it's all said and done, we're right where we wanted to be. We got a close game, 6 minutes left here from Blue Streak Stadium. Benson Jackson will line it up at the 40. Lachlan Baker and Andrew Johnson will be back to return. Takes his steps backwards, gets ready. We got a whistle. Now he'll line it up and come up. And there's the kick deep, and it's going to be Baker at the 5. He's going to get to the 10, 15, 20, 25, up to the 27-yard line before he's finally broken down. Nice return there by Lachlan Baker. And the Blue Streaks will take over 1st and 10 at the Blue Streak 27-yard line. 6:02 left to go here in the game. And we will see Wyatt Jones in the offense come out. They will take over at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Blue Streaks come out, Lanterman on the near side, DeGeorge in the slot. He's now joined by number 80, Koblenz. DeGeorge goes into motion, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Jones is going to get it to the 30, and he gets hit, but he falls forward to the 36-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of 7, and there's a man down.
Cramping.
Yep. You can always tell when the first reaction of his teammates is to help stretch. So a little assist there by Sam Kaufman, whoever the injured guy is.
Testing 1, 2.
Buddy is helping stretch him out a little bit. So we are inside of 6 minutes. That was an 8-yard run there by Wyatt Jones. He took a shot to the thigh, but he fell forward. And so it's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Blue Streaks coming out of this injury timeout.
as the games progressed, you could really see the confidence in Jones continue to grow. That last run, he just looked different running the football than he did in the first quarter. He was more confident with it. He trusted his ability a little bit more.
Yep.
The little spin move at the end as he was going down. It's really cool to see, the progression. And the same thing can be said for North Ridgeville.
Harrison, yep.
Yeah, Harrison. As the games progress, he's got a good, strong arm. He's accurate. He just needs time to throw.
Yeah, these are two new quarterbacks for the teams, but they're one's a junior, one is senior, so they've seen some high school football, and but it's one thing to be thrown into the fire, and they've both responded tonight. So here's Wyatt Jones, 2nd and 2 from the 35-yard line in the pistol. He's going to hand it off to DeGeorge. He's going to get over to the left side to the 40, and he'll fall down to the 41-yard line, which is enough for a Blue Streak first down.
Yeah, we're in clock melt time right now. You're going to see a steady dose of the George and then of Jones as well, because I imagine with his legs, you're going to start to see them sprinkle that, and that's going to open up the offense even more because if Jones can show he can run, you can't key then on Ty DeGeorge. So a lot of running we could expect here as they try to.
If I'm a Blue Streak fan, I'm encouraged. We haven't even seen Billiter and Mitchell much. Between Jones and DeGeorge, they can carry it. Koblenz in motion. It's 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. This is going to go to DeGeorge. Baker. He's going to get. It is DeGeorge. He'll get to the 43-yard line and go down.
Tackle again made by the Rangers, number 95.
Yeah, we're going to see another cramp here soon. I love looking at the players on the field.
Yep.
Number 95 for North Ridgeville, Davian Byers. He's keeps doing this and stretching out that leg. You can tell he's going to pull a cramp here in a minute.
He's trying to catch his breath, you can tell. So we got 2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Wyatt Jones in the pistol. DeGeorge is behind him. And this is going to be Jones all by himself. He's going to go off the right side. He gets a block. He gets up to the 47, down at the 49-yard line. Good carry. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and short.
A nice patient run from Jones. He kind of stayed behind his blocker there until he could figure out which way he wanted to go. And then he just found the little crease, was able to get up in there and make it a 3rd and short for the Blue Streaks. This is a really big 3rd down for Lake's offense, because if Ridgeville gets a stop here, that's a real tough call for Coach DeGeorge on 4th.
Wildcat, if you will. DeGeorge is going to be the quarterback. All 11 guys packed in tight. It's going to go to DeGeorge. He's going to go on the right side. Goes shake to the 50. He's going to spin. It's going to come to the spot. He crossed midfield.
It's going to be close.
They're going to spot him at the 49, and that's going to be a Blue Streak first down. They're actually going to put it all the way down at the 48-yard line. They got shorted on a spot earlier, and I think they got helped by a spot there.
Sure
the
did.
Football gods have evened it out. And when it's all said and done, it's a first down for the Blue Streaks, and the clock continues to run. We're down to 3:30 left to go here from Blue Streak Stadium.
Yeah, you could see DeGeorge's football IQ there as well. He knew exactly where he needed to get to. He didn't try to do too much. He knew if they picked up the first, the clock was going to – he's a smart football player, and it showed there.
All right, 1st and 10 from the Ranger 48-yard line. Jones, hand off to DeGeorge. He's going to get out to the right side, 45, down to the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd and, well, they're going to move it back a little bit, 2nd and 4 for the Blue Streak offense.
Just again, nice job, football IQ on the sideline. Tucking that time, you want to see him tuck his shoulder to stay inbounds and keep that clock running. He did a great job right on the edge.
2:40 left to play here in Hartville. 20-14, Blue Streaks with the lead. Jones gives a little encouragement to his H-back, who goes in motion, comes back. It's Jones. He'll keep it himself. He'll get hit and go down at the line of scrimmage. I think there was a miscommunication there. The H-back was trying to go in motion. When it's all said and done, it's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Blue Streak offense as we get to 2:15 left to play. Yeah, 2:15.
I think Jones was expecting him to go all the way across the line of scrimmage and lead block for him on that play. Instead, the wing there took a little counter step and then went back to the right. So I don't know what he told him before the play, but whatever it was, wasn't communicated.
Yeah, it was. He said zig and he went zag. So whatever it wasn't right. Timeout for North Ridgeville. They're down to 1, according to the scoreboard. I can never keep track. The officials don't always do great. So we're going to take a quick break. Oh, we'll stay here.
Yeah, we don't have to do it the second.
All right, we got a couple things coming up here. But we are 2:16 left to play. A big third down for the Blue Streak offense. It'll be 3rd and 4. They're at the North Ridgeville 42-yard line, and in many ways this is an interesting spot. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it on 4th down. They've punted once, and it was a touchback. So here we go. They are back in that tight formation. It's going to be DeGeorge. He's going to go on the left side this time, and he's going to get tripped up and go down at the 39-yard line. He's going to be 1 yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1, and now Coach DeGeorge is going to have to make a decision. You're down to 2 minutes, and I think the Blue Streaks are going to go for it. And I think we know who's going to touch it.
Now, we haven't seen them have a negative rushing play really all night. I mean, the offensive line that the Blue Streaks have, I would be willing to say that they're going to go for it here. I think Coach DeGeorge is going to let the clock run out.
Yep.
And, I mean, their defense has played great too, so maybe he does play the safe and leave his defense out there, let the clock run out, and try to punt and pin them deep.
I think he's going to go for it, and I think that this is going to be the ball game, because if Lake picks up the first down, Ridgeville's only got 1 timeout, and they can run that clock out. And so 4th and 1. Coach DeGeorge will call the timeout. He has 1 left as well. And so now we see what the Lake coaching staff is thinking here. I'm trying to find the punter. I don't see him. But he's also a running back, so he's probably in that mass of humanity that is meeting on the 40-yard line. It'll be 4th and 1. The ball is at the 39-yard line. The 38-yard line is the yard to gain. You do see the receivers coming off, so they're going to go, and they're going to go heavy. It's going to be Ty DeGeorge. He's also back there with Billiter and Mitchell. And Josh Lippy is up there. And here we go. Jumbo set, 4th and 1. Game on the line. It's going to go to DeGeorge. He's going to go to the left side. He's going to get the first down and more. 30, 25, and he's going to slide down at the 22-yard line. And that is going to do it. 1:23 remains. And North Ridgeville can only stop it one more time. What a big run and what a smart run by Ty DeGeorge.
I mean, the last 5 minutes I've been talking about his football IQ and, again, unselfishness as well. He had a chance. He could have easily turned the Jets on and had a chance to get there. He probably would have been pushed out of bounds, but a smart heads-up play to slide, stay in bounds, and keep that clock running.
Well,
they just took their last time out.
They did. 1:13 left. And that's what happens when you come from a football family, dad and older brothers. So we're going to step away for 1 second here. We're on the Q92 Sports Radio Network, and we'll be right back.
And that's the end of the first half. The score, your financial stress 50, your wallet 0, and your checking account requesting some second half adjustments.
Great teams make adjustments and come back stronger. If you're in need of a new financial partner, it's time to make a change too. At CSE Federal Credit Union, we're here to help you win with your finances. Whether you're working on paying down debt, building savings, or planning for what's ahead, our team's ready to help you make your next play. Kick off your financial future at CSE Federal Credit Union and work with a team that delivers banking that means more.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
We are back at Blue Streak Stadium. As the stands start to empty out, they too know what that run by Ty DeGeorge meant. It means a first down, and it means victory formation. It will be, fittingly, Ty DeGeorge in the victory formation. He's joined by Mitchell and Billeter. And he's going to take the snap and take the knee. And that clock will run inside of 1 minute. They're going to have to do it one more time, but what a win for the Lake Blue Streaks. They fought. North Ridgeville came back in the second half, got some things going on offense, and when it came down to it, they could put the ball in the best player's hands, and he made something happen.
Yeah, if you take away 2 plays out of this game, it's probably a little bit of a different story. I know Coach DeGeorge isn't going to look at it that way because that's part of the game. However, they did play really well tonight. You got to see Ty DeGeorge in all facets. Played quarterback, played running back, was in the slot, punt return. I mean, that's what we come to expect. But I think for a new quarterback in Jones to come in here, this is a big win for the Lake Blue Streaks.
Well, they're going to take the snap, they're going to take the knee, and that is all that is left. The clock will run out, and the Lake Blue Streaks will start out the 2026 campaign 1-0 after defeating the North Ridgeville Rangers by a score of 20-14. We got lots coming up in our post-game show, which is sponsored by CSE Federal Credit Union. We have the Home Appliance Company Player of the Game. We have post-game show. We got the starter scoreboard. We got stats, highlights, and more coming up here on the post-game show. We will step away. You're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Radio Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
For 50 years, Canton Christian Home has empowered seniors to live life fully through compassionate housing, assisted living, and skilled nursing care. Join us for our upcoming Swiss steak dinner September 19th and special 50th anniversary events this fall. Visit cantonchristianhome.org for more details. Every donation supports quality care and residents facing financial hardship. To learn more, schedule a tour, or support our mission, call Lauren Cook at 330-430-5145.
This is head coach Dan DeGeorge from the Lake Blue Streaks. You're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
Well, we are back at Blue Streak Stadium as the Lake Blue Streaks hold off the North Ridgeville Rangers here in week 1, 20-14, and they pick up the victory. And Keller, it was a fun one here tonight, and the Home Appliance Player of the Game, it has to be Ty DeGeorge. He did it on both sides of the ball, and he was a difference maker today.
Yeah, absolutely. A complete difference maker. We saw them try to do some other things early on in the game where Ty was out in the receiver position or in the slot, and that wasn't working for the offense. So they moved him back into the running back position, finding ways to get the ball in his hands a little bit more, and boy, he showed up tonight. Not a crazy statistical game, but he did what he needed to, and you know, at the end of the game, when the smart football IQ comes into play, I think that's what set him apart.
Well, we only give one. I do want to give an honorable mention, Wyatt Jones. What a first game for that young man. He came in, he managed the game well, made some big runs, and allowed Ty DeGeorge to be Ty DeGeorge. When it's all said and done, it's 20-14 Blue Streak win. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. We got Northwest over Alliance 16-0. Dover takes the lead at over Glen Oak 29-21. Massillon 24, Glenville's 12. The Hoover Vikings with the win 35-8 over Buchtel. Perry Panthers 42, Central Catholic 7. The McKinley Bulldogs are up 33-0 over Harding. Salem is up on Poland Seminary 21-17. And it looks like Louisville 20, New Philadelphia 10. That one down in New Philly. St. Thomas fell tonight to Strasburg Franklin, or they're losing, 34-0. Indian Valley 36, Green 13. Marlington, we mentioned earlier, that game has to be done. It would be running clock, 55-0. Chippewa 23, East Canton 6. Garraway 13, Canton South 6. Well, Ryan, final thoughts from you, and then we'll let you run and go get some post-game remarks, and we'll finish up with some look ahead to next week.
No, I think for the first game, seeing Jones come out and play the way he did, I think it shows gives Coach DeGeorge the confidence to maybe open up the offense a little bit more today. I doubt we saw everything that they have. I doubt we saw even a glimmer of the packages for Ty. We didn't even see their actual running backs tonight. We did see a great defense who had two plays that they would probably like back here tonight. But overall, I think Lake came in, and then in the opening game, it's kind of what you expected. Some mental mistakes, but you did get to see some of the bright spots on the team today.
Gotcha. Well, Keller, we appreciate it. We will take a break here on the Q92 Sports Radio Network. When we come back, we'll take a look at the stats, and we will look ahead to what we have coming up on the Q92 Sports Radio Network next week. We will be right back.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
We are back here at Blue Streak Stadium, 20-14. Lake Blue Streak victory. Scoreboard has already been cleared out, threw me off a little bit. So some stats: Blue Streak's 280 yards of offense, 85 in the air, 195 on the ground, 19 first downs. Meanwhile, North Ridgeville, 246 yards of offense, 196 in the air, 50 on the ground, 14 first downs. Well, looking ahead, we got some player stats too. Braden Harrison for North Ridgeville, 17 of 20 for 27, 196 yards and a touchdown. Wyatt Jones, 6 of 10 for 85 yards and a touchdown. Tied at George, just that one pass that was intercepted in the end zone. On the ground, tied at George, 26 carries, 119 yards and a touchdown. Wyatt Jones, 2 touchdowns for George. Wyatt Jones, 10 carries, 60 yards. And Matthew Flesher, 11 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. This Lake Blue Streak team will be back in action next Friday night as they welcome Boardman. We will have that game here on the Q92 Sports Radio Network. Sam, Brian, and Ryan Bevere will have that one. Meanwhile, Christian and Derek on AM 1310 WDPN will have Worcester and Alliance on Q92 Sports Radio Network. On YouTube, we will have Marlington and Northwest. I will be over in Canal Fulton for that one. McDonald will travel to Malvern. Hudson comes into town for Jackson. The Green Bulldogs will host Talmadge. And Glen Oak will play host to Massillon. So after Coach Dennison got to go to his old stomping grounds and play Dover tonight down in Tuscarawas County, he gets the home game, and it just so happens to be the Massillon Tigers, who, last I looked, were up on Glenville. We thank you for listening to tonight's broadcast of the Lake Blue Streaks and the North Ridgeville Rangers. I'm Caleb Norrick for Q92 Sports Network. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.